Don't ever go to a strip club right when they open. One of the worst decisions we've ever made. You think you get to a strip club right when they open and you're the first people there? No! There was a big fat guy in the corner who never left. I don't know why you seem like such a Kelly Clarkson guy.
I am a Kelly Clarkson guy. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, honestly, f*** you. And that's to everybody in the chat. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, f*** you. I'm not calling you a slur by saying you love Sam Laporta. It's okay. You love Sam Laporta. Say you love Sam Laporta. Say it.
I like Sam Laporta tonight.
No, say you love him.
I like Sam Laporta.
No, say you love him, dude.
I don't love Sam Laporta.
But 18 and 19 is good enough for the Florida Gators, as long as you're a young, cool guy who f***ing gets top 10 recruiting classes every f***ing year, and you lose games to Georgia Southern and South Florida. I f***ing hate this guy.
You think I have a model?
You don't have a model. You've never talked.
You are being serious. You think I have a model?
You thought about having a model?
No. Oh, good morning, everybody. Yes, I already see people talking about it. New month, same intro. We have to get a new intro. We will talk about that later with the Book It crew. Steak, good morning. Like the hat. Don't love the hat, but like the hat. I like, actually, I take that back. I got no beef with the Flyers. I used to hate the Flyers when they were relevant. Now the Rangers and the Flyers both suck, but there used to be like some bad blood there. Like the hockey hat. Are you've worn a Leafs hat and a hockey hat and a Flyers hat? Are you making a push intentionally, or are you just kind of winging it when you pull out of your hat closet?
I found some pretty cool hockey hats. I got some more in queue that you're really gonna like.
Can't wait.
This one's pretty, like, it's pretty sick, don't get me wrong, but it's also pretty basic. I got a couple sick ones coming up though.
What's the brand of hats that you're after? Do you have a specific brand, or do you more so just look for or see something that you like the look of and get it?
New Era.
Oh, always New Era?
Not always, but a lot of the time, yeah.
What was the is New Era basically the Fanatics? Like the Fanatics are basically have a stranglehold on NFL jerseys, I think, and jerseys of other sports leagues. Does New Era do the hats?
I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that. They have some kind of contract.
So there's what about like there's another like word and a number. Is it a Lucky 47 or something like that? Or
yeah, no, it's not Lucky 47, but it is something like that.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, interesting.
Something 47.
All right, I got to up my hat game. I know. I was talking to that about that with my wife. I was like, man, Steak always wearing cool hats. I at least got to do something. I got to wear a cool shirt or something. This is not cool. This is a Nike Comfort sweater, which, by the way, is very comfortable. But the Bucket hat is fresh. I will say I do like this hat. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Danny always coming in first, second, or third in the comments. What's up, Freeze? How we doing? Let's have a good week. Sterna comes in on the YouTube gang saying Nets, Guru Griff. March, please take Iran money. Very funny. Let's just say Biev deactivating this past weekend could be top 5 softest things. Guru, don't even waste your time, energy, or effort on it. I hate the shtick, but it works. You got to give him credit. It fires people up. It gives the people something to talk about. But yeah, I guess the deactivating thing is still with us. What's up, DJ? Month of the year. Yep. Jeff, we can't be reviewing shows that have one episode? Really? Is that a take? I don't know that I agree with that. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I got to be honest. I didn't realize it was only one episode till the first episode ended. I thought I was going to binge it. I thought I might have even been able to convince my wife to stay up and binge it, but then I realized it was just one episode.
All right. Well, I have 2 thoughts about that. One, HBO, I think they stay true to the previous form. So I haven't had an HBO subscription in a long time. I think since like Succession ended, I had to re-up HBO. That's like $10.99 a month, basic, whatever the fuck. But HBO doesn't release everything at once. They're a once a week thing.
Yeah.
My second take on what you just said, binging a show on Sunday night when the first episode comes out at 9 p.m. is ridiculous.
Yeah, I knew you would hate that, obviously. And I obviously don't normally do stuff like that. But the first episode's really good, man. Got me hooked. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But what I was going to say, Jay Thorpe, I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of shows that have like podcasts that talk about the show after, and they do every fucking episode. They review it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a good take.
Jay Thorpe's take, right?
Yeah, not a great take, because I do think there's literally shows that do exactly that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a first episode is I think a good first episode is hard to come by. And I thought that was a really good first episode. I don't know a lot about the director. I usually like looking into like the producer, the director, the writer, shit like that, because they probably do or don't know ball. I don't know who this guy is. I think his name's Steve something, but I thought the cast is excellent. It's well, everybody knows Bateman. The guy, forget his name, but I think he's the dude from Stranger Things. And then the wife is she's the sister from Bloodline. She's been in some other shit too, but she's great.
She's really good. Yeah, she's really good.
I did fall asleep in the last 10 minutes, but I love the way it's done. I like where it's going. And I thought it was a really good first episode. So sounds like you agree. We need a show because I don't know about you. I mean, I know you gave me Task, which was good. I was looking for something recently, and there's just shit. There's total shit out there. And I like documentaries. I love documentaries. I feel like even Netflix, something's happened with Netflix. I don't know if anybody's noticed this. There used to be documentaries left and right about like the food industry, the pharmaceutical industry.
They're out there on Netflix. They're just weird. There's a really weird one I started watching on Netflix about that chick who killed all the babies. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, in the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, there's crime ones, but the crime ones even come out like one or two every month. Like those used to be, there used to be a plenty, and there used to be a lot of diversity of like what the documentary was about. I kind of feel like fucking the big suits came in and said like, hey, Netflix, you got to stop opening everybody's eyes to all the bullshit out there. Just stick to fucking K-pop, whatever that Demon Hunter show is. Fucking make a 5th season of You and a bunch of other bullshit.
Yeah, and let's make a big deal about the 13th season of Stranger Things.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. But anyway, so we were desperate for a new show. Hopefully this one looks pretty good. And we got it. So anyways, it's Monday, March 2nd. It is March. We're going to really start to ramp things up for college basketball. It's a very poopy slate today, from what I understand. It's light across the board, literally.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Before we move on from shows, can I just say one thing?
Of course.
I want recommendations. Chat, DM me, but let me just be clear before. I saw people say Pluribus and Severance. Already watched those.
Yeah.
I don't like dragons. I don't like fairies. I don't like butterflies. I don't like fucking fake shit. I want a show recommendation about real shit, not fake fantasy, weird fucking none of that. I don't like any of that shit. So give me a recommendation. DM me.
I have a show, actually. I was with a friend this past weekend who loves film and movies. But Max, I think you met Max, right? You know Max?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You could talk about the Knicks and movies with Max. I'm not kidding, for 12 hours. Maybe more. But we were talking about like old shows that like nobody like that are kind of like underrated and have got to get like lost in conversation. Did you ever watch a show called Ripley?
No.
Black and white?
No.
Okay. It is probably, if I have to give an award to like most banger show that nobody talks about, that would be the show. Anybody in the chat? It was on Netflix. I think it came out like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was so fucking good. I don't know if anybody has seen it in the chat. TMC is saying Entourage again. Fun fact: I never watched Entourage. I never got into it. Did you get an Entourage? You don't seem like an Entourage guy.
That's insane. You would say I don't seem like an Entourage guy. It's also insane you didn't get into it.
I know.
TC just watched it for the first time, which I am so jealous of. Entourage is absolutely fucking incredible. I watched every single episode of it. Of course,
wow. Okay.
Multiple times.
Yeah, I would get into it. I have no beef with it. I don't know what happened. I just kind of missed Entourage. Entourage and The Wire. I've never seen The Wire either, which I got to get into. But I'm thinking about rewatching Succession. I'm thinking about rewatching Sopranos, which I've already kind of done. But we'll. You
think TC, if he hasn't seen Entourage, he hasn't seen Sopranos?
No,
I die to watch that again for the first time.
I think the Sopranos, however the fuck you say it. I think the Sopranos, if you are into shows, that's like home base. Like that's kind of where you start, because that was like the first of its kind, really. Like that made shows popular. That was the first show people talked about. I call it the Chipotle of shows, but again, I don't talk about the quality. I just talk about it revolutionizing shows the way Chipotle revolutionized fast casual food. I got some things to talk about from this weekend. We'll talk about your weekend first, but even going back to Friday night, well, let's zigzag. We'll alternate. I'll go first, and then you can go next, because I want to hear about the Magic game you went to last night. Friday night, I met up with Greg. We went to a bar. It's got the best Guinness in Brooklyn. And it's funny because you wouldn't think it does. And it's got food. It's like a little chic. it's kind of European, and they have like good cocktails, Negronis, Campari, all that stuff. You wouldn't think they have Guinness, and they have their own separate tap, not labeled, nothing. The pint glass is not labeled, and it is. I mean, it takes like 5 minutes to get your Guinness, but they do it right. It comes out slow. They let it sit. It is unbelievable. But then we had 2 Guinness at the bar. Then we went to another bar, and it's a very good, like, divey but clean bar. Great vibe, good staff, and we get God, what do we get? I think I switched at that point to like a bourbon and Coke.
What's the name of the first bar?
Bar Americano. I like to gatekeep a little bit. Yeah, it's phenomenal. And fun fact, I went to the bar across the street that looked like a bar that had Guinness, and they didn't. They only had craft beer, and I was like, oh, I'm really craving a Guinness, not to be that guy. And he was like, the bar across the street has fantastic Guinness. And I was like, do you own it? He's like, no, I've just been there and they have really good Guinness. And I was like, ooh. So sportsmanship. We go to the bar, get a bourbon Coke, whatever. Greg gets, I think, another Guinness and a shot of tequila. And we're standing there at this, like, at this bar, and there's these 2 girls next to us. They're there, they're drinking, they leave. And then these other 2 girls come in next to us. Both groups of girls were drinking espresso martinis. Now, not shocking, because no offense, obviously, espresso martinis are a very girly drink, but I will say they looked very good. I'm not an espresso martini guy, but they looked very good. I met Greg at about 5:30. This was maybe about 8 o'clock. And we looked at each other. We're like, do we just fucking get an espresso martini? You know? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So we got espresso martinis. And they did it right. I asked, is it made with real coffee? Yes, made with real coffee, blah, 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 this, local, that. I'm like, I don't care where it's from. I don't want to do the coffee liqueur. Give me the real coffee. Garnish. Always got to garnish with the espresso bean. Biev posted a picture of an espresso martini that was a fucking joke. I mean, I don't want to shit on too much, but like it had a plastic straw hanging off the side and no espresso bean. And I mean, he's just like, you know, that's just a bad espresso martini.
It looked vile.
It looked bad. Yeah, it looked really bad. And I didn't want to be mean because his comment was like, oh, you think I live in Amish land? I'm like, listen, man, I'm sure there's a place that makes good espresso martini in wherever the fuck you live. That ain't it. It just ain't it. This was a really good espresso martini. But I realized something. Got home, brushed my teeth, laid down. I'm in bed. Caffeine kicks in.
Yep.
And I'm not stupid. And I've had an espresso martini before, but it's been a really long time. You don't end your night with an espresso martini.
No, you absolutely do not. That was very stupid.
Massive mistake. Got caught up in the moment. Wanted to just try it. I love trying things. It looked great. I got horrible sleep. I sat there with my eyes, like, you know, trying to go to bed, like talking myself into falling asleep, getting tired for about an hour. Horrendous.
Once you're doing that, it's already ball game.
Yep. So I figured you knew this, but it's not talked about enough, I don't think. So I just want to make sure. We've got 130 people in Twitch, YouTube gang. Let me hear you scream. If you're going out there and getting espresso martinis, that is a get the night started cocktail. You start with an espresso martini.
Correct.
Is that a firm rule you have? Because you're an espresso martini guy.
I'm an espresso martini guy. I know you said they were girly drinks, but I will die on the hill that there's nothing manlier than drinking whatever the fuck you want. But I would never, ever end the night with an espresso martini. It's the first thing you drink, and the night will go great. Any more than 2, horrible idea. And you already said it, but if it doesn't have real coffee in it, it's not an espresso martini. It's fucking shitty liqueur and some vodka. I don't know. That drink needs a new name, but it's goddamn sure not an espresso martini.
Yeah, it can almost be like something off of a White Russian, which is milk and Kahlua. But like Kahlua, I think, is coffee liqueur. It could be like some variation of that. It's not an espresso martini. I like what you're saying to an extent. There's nothing manlier than drinking what you want to drink. I agree with you because there is an element of like just not caring what other people think. And I do like that and I respect that. I think I've told you, but like, I hate the way Birkenstocks look. You hate the way Birkenstocks look.
I really do. Yeah. I'm so anti Birkenstocks.
Yeah. And that's you. You have an opinion on the shoe. You don't want to wear the shoe. You're sure other people probably think the same way. I feel like a douchebag walking around in Birkenstocks. Like I own it. But they are phenomenal. Like they're very comfortable. They're great for walking around in the summer, especially if you're walking a dog. There is nothing better. There really isn't. I hate fucking thong flip-flops and shit like that. But I have to push back a little bit. There are girly cocktails. And I will knowingly go into it ordering or drinking one. I won't say this is a Stairmaster conversation, but I do think at least if you had to pick a side, the espresso martini is a girly cocktail.
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't.
No, I know. I'm just making sure that we at least align on that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the month of March. Yep. Oh, I got to scroll down. I'm way behind on comments, by the way. If Auburn makes a tournament, I will make January 6th look like a picnic. Yeah, we need to we got to talk about that because there's something that Bruce Pearl just said where it needs to be addressed.
Okay.
Before we do though, let's quickly. I'm curious. I'd like to hear your experience on the Magic game. You got to see Cade Cunningham up close and personal. Magic were dominating the first half. The Pistons end up winning 106-92. 92 points in a professional basketball game.
Oh, it was so bad. I'll bitch about it first, but let's say hi to Snidesy. It's been a while. I know Snidesy got a big promotion. He said he did give us a heads up. He wouldn't be able to be in the stream as much. W Snidesy, we miss you. The Magic fucking suck. The Magic fucking suck. Paulo sucks. He plays like such a bitch, man. He almost had a triple-double yesterday if you include turnovers because he had 9 of those. The Pistons missed their first 15 three-pointers. They ended up shooting 14% from 3, and they still beat us by 14 because we're so dog shit. But the Pistons are awesome. I want to glaze the Pistons because I don't think anybody in the stream gives a shit about hearing me talk about how bad the Magic are anymore. Nobody cares. Totally fine. The Pistons, oof, they're a team. They are a team. They were hyped from the jump. They were never out of it when the Magic went up 10 or 11. Magic were up 7.5. They stayed in it. They love Cade Cunningham. A bunch of Detroit fans were at the game last night, and I've been to plenty of Pistons Magic games, and it wasn't like this. So the fans, they're excited. And the Pistons are a really cool and good team that I think could absolutely get to the finals and make someone's life hell in the West.
Yeah, they're an awesome team. And they're just dogs. Did you, when I go and watch basketball live, you could just tell certain players have aura. I haven't seen Cade Cunningham in person, but I've already, I've slurped him enough last week. Like I told you, he had BDE. We're not going to go down that route again because we have a lot of middle school brains in here that be like, what? You see that dick? Is Cade Cunningham in person as smooth as I think he is?
Yeah. What is that saying? Cooler than the other side of the pillow?
Yeah.
It's Cade Cunningham. Just a cool fucking dude. There's nothing bad to say about Cade Cunningham. He's just a cool dude.
I wonder what kind of guy Cade Cunningham is off the court. He doesn't seem like he has an ego. He doesn't seem weird like Kawhi Leonard, but he kind of seems like he's a little bit, I don't know if introverted is the right word, but you kind of get what I'm saying? Like low key. He's low key. He's not high key.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. It's an ego, but it's not like a bad ego. It's like a quiet ego. But you could tell that dude knows he's the shit for sure.
Okay.
And everybody on the bench, he's just the dude, like everybody on the bench knows he's the dude. He just, I don't want to say ego, and I definitely don't think he's weird like Kawhi Leonard. You want to know what I think? I think he is, what was I going to say? What the fuck was I going to say? I just blanked out.
I don't know.
Damn, I had something I want to say about Cade Cunningham. It will come to me.
Well, to be fair, and another explanation or definition of big dick energy is having a quiet ego.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Sorry, and I remembered what I wanted to say. Off the court, I think Cade Cunningham has the middle school humor you make fun of. I
really?
I do. I think.
You think he makes fart jokes and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I don't get that at all.
I think he makes stupid jokes with his boys for sure, 100%.
I don't pick that up at all. Interesting. All right. Well, you saw him up close, so I'll defer to you on that one. Big Bubs came in, fellas. Let's have ourselves a week. That'd be great. Pipkins points with a 20 stream streak. Malcolm 7, Hovey 40. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for always tuning in to the board review every weekday, 10 a.m. We do have the World Baseball Classic coming up this week. We have to get on that. I'd love to. We'll chat with Bookit, see what guests we can and can't have. By the way, I saw Cornfields in here. Good morning, Cornfields. We're going to lock in our hotel, and I will lock in my flight. What if I told you an NBA team put up less points than the Magic yesterday? Oh shit, that's right. I bet you I can guess because I did my review. Someone scored 87, right? I'm not.
Spurs?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Hold on. I'll give Hovey his flowers. 9 turnovers is crazy. Can't wait to see you two guys put down the $45 supersized espresso martini at Barstool, Nashville. Oof.
I think I want to say that I've witnessed that be delivered to a table at the Barstool in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh. Jeff, my wife wants me to get an Aura ring. Sell me on it. Listen, I think we've already sold you on it. I love this fucking thing. Steaks got one. Steaks had one longer than I have, but he's never said a fucking peep about it to me, I don't think. And then I got it, and I'm in love with it. But I never had a Fitbit. I never really like tracked my steps because it doesn't matter how many steps you take. The fucking, like my high school football coach told me, abs are made in the kitchen. So like you can go walk around 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 steps. If you go eat fucking cereal, Fruit Loops, and a donut later, you're undoing everything. So I hate the step thing. I like to sleep. I love tracking the sleep. I was getting really bad sleep for a long time. And a lot of people will say, oh, great. The Oura Ring or the Whoop, whatever it's called. It tells you got a shitty night's sleep. What do you do about it? Well, it's not necessarily giving you the solution. It does recommend things like your sleep efficiency, the amount of deep sleep you got, the amount of REM sleep you got, and you click it and it'll say like things you should and should not do. I was drinking coffee in the afternoon. So I eliminated that. Also, what I started doing was I stopped eating dinner past like 7:30. So we've been eating dinners at like 6:30. You're supposed to give yourself like 3 full hours to digest. Dude, sleep score last night, 92. Readiness, 93.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, I was right.
Sleep score, holy shit.
Yep, wow, I was fucking right. I slept great. So anyways, we really should get, BTL has Manscaped. We should get a fucking Oura Ring sponsorship because I love this thing, and I know you do too. Also, there better be a fucking Manscaped promo code this week, or I actually might make a phone call to Manscaped. I might.
We threatened that in February, but now that it's March, I might actually call Manscaped too and bitch.
Yeah, I just hate wearing rings. Is there any way around that big factor? Well, no, I don't think so. You have to wear the ring because it monitors your pulse and your blood flow and your heart rate and everything like that. I have
a funny idea. We'll call Manscaped live on stream next week.
That's actually a very funny idea.
Yeah,
I love that. Still promoting him with no code is crazy work. Yeah, and I just want to be clear. I'm not shitting on anyone, not shitting on Book It. I'm sure that there's something legitimately tying this up. But again, in my line of work, this stuff happens. Like they'll tell you things will take 2 weeks. It takes 30 days. I am a door knocker. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, go ahead.
It's like when you walk up and you say, hey, who runs the show around here? Who runs the fucking show around here? Like, what's going on? You just need a little bit of that. That's what we would be the perfect guys to do that. Hey, Manscaped, who runs the fucking show around here?
Yeah. Steak's also good at this too, sneakily. I think you're like your patience is a little bit more longer than mine. But once that time comes around, it's like, hey, we'll get shit done if it needs to get done. If we're waiting on somebody. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I had one more thing that we were going to talk about. Oh no. Well, I gave you my espresso martini take, but you sent me something before we came on the show, and we really do have to talk about this. And it's probably a good segue into recapping last week CBB, and then we'll start talking a little bracketology. We'll talk today's board, see if there's anything good. You sent me a tweet. It's Bruce Pearl. It's Bruce Pearl talking about 29-0 Miami. And he says, if we're selecting the 68 best teams, then Miami of Ohio is going to have to win their tournament to qualify as a champion. Because as an at-large, they are not one of the best teams in the country.
The best 68 teams, he's saying, by the way.
Correct. One of the best 68 teams in the country. I would like to just start quickly on what I'm thinking when I read this. And then I want to hand it off to you, and then you give it back to me.
Yeah, sure.
I think, and I want to start first because I want to know if what's popping into my brain is correct, and I want to hear what the chat has to say as well. Are we getting a real bad like this new form syndrome in the sports world where I guess it's not new, but it's getting worse, where it's like SEC brain, and I'm starting to think because Bruce Pearl was the coach of Auburn. I forget where he coached before that. Where was he?
Tennessee?
Was he at Tennessee? And then Rick Barnes went to Tennessee? Is that what happened? ESPN's fault. People keep saying that. Yeah, Pearl kind of went off the deep end since. Yeah, he was at Tennessee. So Bruce Pearl went from coaching Tennessee to Auburn. So he's an SEC guy, and now he's up here talking about Miami of Ohio. If you don't want to believe in them as being a championship contender, that's fine. But to say that they're not one of the best 68 teams in college basketball because they need to win their tournament, it's SEC brain. And I guarantee you all it would take for someone like him or anybody else, fucking Paul Feinbaum, that moron too, to be considered legitimate is if they beat an average SEC team. If they beat fucking, I don't even know what's LSU's record.
Awful. It's dog shit.
Okay.
That's the only good teams that this shitty ass Auburn team beats.
Texas A&M. Texas A&M. You beat Texas A&M, they suck. If you beat Texas A&M, you beat Missouri. Missouri's not terrible. I understand that, but Miami of Ohio would all of a sudden one win would change everything, just the way it happens in football too. The Tennessees and the fucking Missouris and everybody acts like they're legitimate because they have this brand. Meanwhile, they beat nobody. Auburn again, as well, as guilty of it. So this SEC syndrome is a real problem, and it's starting to really irk me. And I'll hand it off to you.
I can't believe he gets to go on TV and say stuff like that. Like, you know how I just fumbled with my Cade Cunningham comparison, and I'm like, oh, a couple hundred people are watching. That sucks. I just fumbled with my Cade Cunningham comparison. If I got on in front of millions of people and said something as stupid as what fucking Bruce Pearl said, that's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And you know, everybody knows why he's doing it, because he's vouching for Auburn, because his son is the coach there, because they have 15 losses, bro. Auburn has lost 15 games. And you're sitting here saying an undefeated Miami of Ohio team doesn't deserve to be in the tournament unless they win their conference championship? Absolutely fucking insane. I would hear him say that. Well, first of all, if I was Bruce Pearl and I said that out loud, something would feel not right inside of me. Like, wow, I just said one of the dumbest fucking things you could possibly say on national TV. But someone should hear him say that and say, you know what? We don't need Bruce Pearl up here talking about college basketball anymore. He's an idiot, and he's a biased idiot. Why the fuck do we need him up here talking about college basketball? Why would anybody outside of an Auburn fan want to listen to this guy talk about college basketball? Just an absolute joke. I really don't fuck with Bruce Pearl at all.
I don't either. Why is his son the head coach too all of a sudden? Is it just because he's his son?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Who knows?
We got some people in the chat that need to be highlighted and addressed, because you got to stop this. This is not the same at all. We got Crutch and Dilgod coming after us. I just want you guys to take this conversation and think back to our argument about CFB. Hold on. Jeff, weren't you also saying CFB should get rid of the James Madisons of the world? Stop it. Stop it. Dilgod, Crutch Bets, you guys got to be so much fucking better. That is lazy, and that is a terrible comparison to say that what Bruce Pearl, what he is saying and advocating for is Miami of Ohio, who's 28-0, is not in consideration to be the top 68 teams in college basketball, and James Madison should be the top 12 team playing at Oregon. Not comparable at all. Steak, do you back me up on that?
Oh my God, it's such a lazy take. It's an aggressively lazy take, if we're being honest. It's 15-loss Auburn we're comparing Miami of Ohio to. We were saying we don't need to watch James Madison play Oregon. Completely different. Top 12, top 68, completely different. If we were doing the top 68 college football teams, we would have no problem with James Madison being in there. Matter of fact, we wouldn't even talk about it. Yeah.
What?
It's lazy.
3-loss Alabama who lost to Florida State?
3 lost Alabama.
Joel CP is coming after you here. He's saying it's ignorant to just list their losses. Stop saying their losses. Auburn. Yeah. Do they have 5 quad 1 wins or something like that?
Wait, it's ignorant to just say their losses, but it's not ignorant to just say their wins? That's what it sounds like. Did they really lose 15 games? Wait. Now let's pull up Auburn's schedule if you want to do that. Let's pull it up. Let's do a little Auburn schedule.
Yeah, Bart, thank God that you understand. 68 teams, and we're saying it's the same conversation, is absolutely insane.
That's lazy regardless.
If you think Bruce Pearl downplaying Miami of Ohio's success and saying they shouldn't be considered the top 68 teams is James Madison in college football should go on the road and play Oregon instead of, I don't know, the fucking Notre Dame. Like,
don't list these losses, by the way. It's ignorant to just talk about these losses. To Ole Miss at home, to Mississippi State, who literally has one good player, to Oklahoma by double digits, to Arkansas by double digits, to Vanderbilt at home, to Alabama, to Tennessee. Don't talk about these losses, because they did beat the Gators 9 games ago. They did beat the Gators. So ignore all the 15 losses. That's what everybody's saying. I'm just man. The loss to Missouri, the loss to Texas A&M, the loss to Georgia. I can't talk about these. Is that what we're doing?
I
lost to Arizona by 30.
Yeah, it's tough.
Auburn sucks, man. We got to stop pretending just because it's Auburn or it's Purdue that they don't suck. I don't care, Joe. I don't care if they have the fourth hardest schedule. They have 15 losses.
15's crazy. If you have like 8, that's
just
fine.
Because you have they suck. They do suck. If you lose 15 games in your Auburn, you fucking suck. I don't care how hard your schedule is.
Can't be defending a team with 15 losses, Joel. That's just my opinion.
That's the schedule. I don't understand. It's like you don't care if they win games then. If they have the hardest schedule, the fourth hardest schedule, how about they don't play it then and you just put them automatically in the tournament?
Snacks, could we have your reasoning? What would make anyone think that Miami of Ohio is not one of the best 68 teams in college basketball? I guess I'm so confused.
That was the whole point about why everybody loves March. Is teams like this make it.
Yeah, 15 losses is too much, man.
Too much. And I understand what you're saying. Like they did play Purdue, they did play Arizona, they did play Florida. They lost. They did play those teams. They played St. John's and they beat them. They lost 15 games.
Oh, they're saying that their strength of schedule is terrible. 335th. That is insane that there's 335 college basketball teams, by the way. That's crazy. I'm saying punishing teams for scheduling hard, but this is the SEC's way out. I hate this. Stop.
You're punishing them for losing. You're punishing them for losing 15 times, not for scheduling a hard schedule. It's 15 losses, bro. Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State are not hard games to win. They're games you have to win to be in the NCAA tournament. It's not that difficult.
Wait, read the next comment. All right, hold on. I'll be fair here. Saying punishing teams for scheduling hard teams is rough. They don't deserve to be, yes, but still. Well, then if you say they don't deserve to be in, then we aren't punishing them. We're just calling it like it is. It's just very weird to be a guy who's critical of Miami of Ohio, but yet somehow defending Auburn. Like that doesn't make any sense. Auburn can't be defended if they have 15 losses.
If they were like 18-11 with that schedule, 19-11, I would totally understand somebody saying, okay, totally fine. It's the fact that they had a hard schedule and then they lost to Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Those are trash teams.
Yeah. It was who was the team that in football that we let slide because was it Oklahoma or was it Alabama, I guess? And it was like, oh, Alabama, yeah, they had that win against Georgia, but then it's like somebody, you can't punish them for having these 2 losses because they scheduled a really difficult.
I don't think that was the Alabama argument, just so you know. We don't need to go back over it. It was that you can't punish Alabama for being the number 1 seed in the SEC and making the SEC championship game to play Georgia. That was the argument.
Right. I think that look, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, NIL is ultimately it's a good thing. I'm glad. I don't need all these fucking institutions and all these old rich fucks in their suits making millions and millions of dollars while the college kids go out there and don't really make shit. And I understand college kids have been getting paid under the table, but not at every school. I'm okay with these kids getting paid, but it is a disaster. It needs some structure. It needs some organization. I mean, the transfer portal is an absolute nightmare, but I love that we have a level playing field now. I love that there's parity. It's actually kind of funny. I have another thought, Steak. Indiana, if you were an Indiana hater, what you would say is, okay, yeah, sure. Kurt Cignetti's awesome. Fernando Mendoza was great. Like, good for them for finding this success quickly in these 2 years. But you would say they found a loophole in the system and they have a bunch of 23 and 24-year-olds playing 18, 19-year-olds.
100,000%. I can't let this Snacks comment go unnoticed.
Go ahead.
If you don't think Bruce Pearl was making that argument in order to make an argument for the team he coached last year that his son currently coaches that has the 4th highest ranked strengths of schedule, Snacks, I got beachfront property in Iran to sell you. I just got to say.
Yeah, or Nebraska. I usually say Nebraska.
I'm going with Iran just because.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I wanted to let's slowly start to get into some bracketology. Oh, you know what I was going to say that I thought was kind of funny? I'm watching Indiana this past weekend, or yesterday, I guess, who are terrible. Would you as an Indiana Hoosier fan? It kind of sucks that your basketball team is not relevant anymore, even though your football team is dominant. Do you understand what I'm saying, though?
No, Not at all.
Oh, come on.
I would make that trade plus one of my testicles plus a few family members at any time of the day.
Okay, but hold on, Steak. Hold on. It is very quick. It's very easy to quickly just say, I'd rather have a better college football team than a college basketball team. I understand that. But a school like Indiana, the Hoosiers, are a proud, storied, prestigious basketball school. So, like, I'm just saying, it's something to consider, right? You are a college football guy, but imagine being an Indiana Hoosier and your college basketball team blows.
Well, we got Otto Gelato in here. He's a good person to give an opinion. I believe he's an Indiana resident.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. It's a fair point. I still make the exact trade I said. I mean, what Indiana just did in college football is one of the coolest things ever. And Indiana basketball's kind of sucked for a while anyways.
Yeah. Hey, what's the guy? I want to try to find him, the guy that does the bracketology rankings, because we should
go. Joe
Lunardi. Yeah. How do you,
I think if you search Joe Lunardi bracketology, they would tell you his most recent first four in, first four out.
Blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to go to his Twitter account. Oh, here it is.
That's, by the way, the Gators are essentially in the exact opposite situation. Legitimately a basketball school now.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I got Joe Lunardi up here. Wow. 1.8 million views. I mean, that's crazy. So I see it up here right now. He what?
He sucks.
Number 1 seeds. This was February 28th, by the way.
That's 2 days ago. I will be fine with that.
Fine. Duke, UConn, Michigan, Arizona. What are you laughing about?
UConn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. So okay, well, hold on. Right, that's great. Yeah, okay, yeah. Number two seeds. Sorry, Houston, Florida, Iowa State, Purdue.
Yeah, honestly, there's basketball brain. Like if you watch the games, you know that Florida is better than UConn at this moment. But I do believe they played. UConn beat them. I'm sure UConn has a better record. So for the sake of being fair, once you name the 2 seeds, maybe UConn is the 4th 1 seed.
Okay. Number 3 seeds, Illinois, Kansas, Nebraska, Gonzaga.
Yeah. It's got to feel like Purdue will be in those 3 seeds after that loss to Ohio State. So the question would be, who do you bump up? I don't think Gonzaga gets the bump up. Did Nebraska just lose to USC or beat them?
No, they beat it. They won and covered. It was one of the only few.
Nebraska sneaky could get the bump up to the 2 seed.
Mm-hmm. Illinois after that loss to Michigan. No.
I would say Illinois could still be considered for a 2 seed as well.
Okay. Number 4 seeds, Alabama, Virginia, Texas Tech, Michigan State. Well, Michigan State and Texas Tech could potentially bump ahead of Gonzaga and Kansas, and you keep Illinois in there.
Texas Tech feels like they're being punished for their best player being injured. But if you just went with,
of course they are.
I think Texas Tech is absolutely a 3 seed minimum.
Of course they're being punished. That's no secret. College teams do that all the time. Look at fucking Florida State and Jordan Travis.
Yep.
Okay. So those are the 4 seeds. Bubble. Last 4 buys: UCLA, Texas A&M, TCU. Last 4 in: Santa Clara, Auburn, Indiana, New Mexico. Oof. First 4 out: San Diego State, Ohio State, California, VCU. Next 4 out: Virginia Tech, USC, Cincinnati, Seton Hall. Totally fine with USC out. I saw Chad Baker-Mazara left the team. Who cares? How did Virginia Tech do against UNC this weekend? I actually didn't see that result.
I think they lost.
Did they cover?
One that's interesting that you just said is, since this has come out, Ohio State beat Purdue. So they obviously trump Auburn immediately. Ohio State's in at the moment unless they start losing again. VT lost, by 7. I still think I'd put them in over Auburn as well, to be honest.
Yep, I remember. I hear Krabs bitching about it all the time. They've lost like 5 games at the buzzer or something like that.
Yeah, well, they lost like 3 in a row at the buzzer. It was crazy. It was like SMU, Stanford, and another game all.
Nerfy Chad, 49 months, subscribe to the Book It Sports Twitch channel. What's up, Nerfy? Good morning, gents. Good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for always hanging out and tuning in. Okay. Next, West Virginia, Nevada, Stanford, and Baylor. Yeah.
West Virginia, Nevada, Baylor. Yeah, fuck Baylor.
Yeah.
Fuck Baylor.
So as of right now, actually let's do this. Let's go through the weekend and talk about some of these games that happened. Saturday was a fun day, dude. So I sprayed the board. I had 14 wagers. I told my wife we went and had a really nice breakfast. She doesn't work out much. I got her to the gym in a nice day. She was like, "What do you want to do today?" I was like, I'm gonna fucking sweep the board. That's what I'm gonna do. 14 wagers. It was never happening. But the hilarious thing was I started 2-7. I started 2-7, and I was like, "Oh my God, this can be a fucking disaster." Finished strong. Finished 4-1. Finished the day 6-8. It was a fun day though. It was a really fun Sunday. It was great opening up my picket and seeing my projected profit going from really bad to better to decent to not so bad. The Steak Sunday special cash that day as well. It was glorious. I think that's when I had the Devils and you had I forget who you had. Do you remember who you had on Saturday? When
Arizona.
I had the Devils?
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. Oh, that's right. Because somebody asked me, they said, "Hey, why didn't you bet Arizona straight? I thought you liked them." And I was like, "Well, it's in the special, so I'm not going to do it straight." Steak, I bet UConn. You know what I told myself? I texted you. I said, I'm going to try something out here. I'm going to bet on a team that's in an obvious letdown spot after their big win in St. John's. The steam was hammering Seton Hall. They went from 16.5, 15.5 to 13.5. And I was like, great. I think I kind of like fading steam. Terrible. They're losing at halftime. They win the game by 4. I fucking hate UConn.
I have a UConn take that I don't know if you saw.
Go.
Did you see that they retired Alex Caravan's jersey while he was at the game playing? Like before the game, they hung his jersey in the rafters. Do they do that now? Is that a thing? Because I've never seen that before.
Yeah, well, I know senior night, sure. Yeah, I don't like betting on senior nights. I like fading them. You don't think they retired it, says Brinks.
But what did they do then? So they were hanging that bitch in the rafters. Did I get duped?
I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of confused. I like Caravan though, so it's not like
I like him too. I'm not a hater.
Like George Sanders being his number retired or anything, but yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
Wait. Let me just clarify before chat tries to go after me. I have nothing against the guy whatsoever. I'm not shitting on the guy. I had just never seen a jersey go in the rafters on senior night. That's what I wasn't sure.
Might be a Hall of Fame, not a jersey retirement. Well, people keep saying it's senior night. I don't really think that's an explanation for doing anything with a jersey. I mean, teams have senior nights all the time. They don't put the jersey anywhere.
Sonny Dutchie, stop telling me his accomplishments. It's not helping me understand. I understand he's good. I understand he won natties. It's not helping me.
Yeah. Okay, so something I wanted to talk about. I knew this was going to fucking happen. Notre Dame and Georgia Tech are both 6.5 point dogs. I think a little steam hit Georgia Tech. They ended up being 5.5. I played Notre Dame first half. There was always 1-1 with the ACC home dogs in that situation. I played the wrong one, the wrong way, both ways. I took Notre Dame first half. They lost the first half by 6. They went outright in overtime. It was always Notre Dame. Georgia Tech does not cover. They lose 80-71 there. How about Penn State winning outright against Iowa?
Yeah, Iowa stinks on the road, huh? They're just a bad road team.
Stinks. I'd like to give you your flowers. You said this about Virginia. It was a very good clip. You told me it would be like a girl you have a crush on at the bar and she's blacked out. And it's gonna be like, ooh, this isn't the best first impression. You couldn't have been more right, Steak. I took Virginia. I bet on Virginia. I took the points 77-51. The Duke is a real problem. Duke is a real problem. Missouri beat the absolute brakes off of Mississippi State by 24. I don't know if that was kind of noteworthy. Long Island University once again winning covers. I'm just pointing that out because this team always has like 7.5, 9.5, 10.5 point spreads. Does not matter. They cannot be faded. Their season might be over, but they cannot be faded. Clemson ended up beating Louisville. Our Louisville Cardinals. I don't know if anybody took that. They were 1.5 point dogs. They win 80-75. I didn't watch any of that game or follow any of the game. I don't know if there's anything to take away from it. Cincinnati.
I have a Duke takeaway.
Shoot.
I've been putting all these takes out on Twitter. People probably think they're clickbait, but they're really how I feel. I I've not seen that many defenses in my whole life of watching college basketball that I think are better than this Duke defense. They're just insane. It looks like when you're playing offense against Duke, you are just suffocating. It looks borderline impossible to get a good shot off or an easy bucket. And this Virginia team had dropped like 100 the previous 3 games. They just got absolutely shut down. This Duke defense is such a fucking problem. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Ramble, by the way. Great show on Saturday. I was tuning in for quite a bit. And I believe I even commented this, but when I heard MJ talking about Cincinnati, I totally agreed. I watched that Cincinnati game against Texas Tech. It was a really fun game. I took away a lot about Texas Tech, which we'll get into in a bit, but I also really liked what I saw from Cincinnati. I just like the way they play. I can't tell you a single player, but they were playing pretty hard. It didn't feel like they were going to come back after that game and just lay an egg, and they did. 91-68 against Oklahoma State. They were 9.5-point favorites. Here's why I went wrong twice in the afternoon. Vandy. I can't figure out this fucking Vanderbilt team, and I'm sick of them. And apparently I got to give my kudos to Mark Pope because I bet against him twice now and I've lost. When I went to place this wager stake, Vandy was plus 1.5. I went to put it in and it wouldn't take my bet. I was like, what the fuck? I closed the book and I tried it again. I forget I was on the black and red book or the black and gold book or something. I opened up Pickett because it always shows you the best odds. You click that, it takes you to that book. These motherfuckers went from dog to fave as I put the bet in. So instead of getting plus 1.5, they were minus 108 on the money line. I couldn't take a point. I was like, whoa. I obviously didn't move the line with my $50 wager, but somebody did. You know, the biggest bets are allowed right before the game time. Somebody knew something. Never stood a fucking chance. Never. Down by 15 at halftime. Fuck you, Vanderbilt.
I'm going to fall on the sword a little bit because I feel like I'm part of the problem.
You move the line?
I've been trying to convince you, Bramble, any show I go on that Vanderbilt is good. And I think it's after that game, because I really don't fuck with Kentucky. I don't think they're good. Even after that win, I don't think they're good. I have to give up on Vandy. Yeah. They'll have good games that'll convince you that they're a good basketball team, but they'll have games like this as well. And I think like a couple weeks ago, you could have convinced me this team could make like a run to the Elite Eight, but I'm out on Vandy for sure.
Okay. UCLA. This was my get cute game. And I paid the price for it. I like Minnesota. I really do. I don't think Minnesota is a pathetic team. And even though they don't have a great record, UCLA was minus 1.5 on the road. And because Minnesota was such a good home team, I felt like that was a lot of respect for the Bruins. I faded the Bruins a week before. I bet on them the week after, or the game after, I should say, not the week. Loser outright. Won the first half 41-40. It was a pretty tight game, but Minnesota started pulling away and won 78-73. I'm totally out on Mick Cronin and UCLA. I do like Donovan Dent. Just want to point that out. But
he's a baller.
Yep, done with them. How about FIU?
The most important thing to remember, like you've talked about Cincinnati, you've talked about Iowa, and you've talked about Minnesota. Those are 3 teams that are literally just bipolar at home and away. Mm-hmm. Iowa, completely different basketball team at home. Minnesota as well. Minnesota's a tough-ass place to play. If that was Minnesota at UCLA, that game would have literally looked like 2 completely different teams. Cincinnati, I felt that way often. I've watched Cincinnati at home. I'm like, wow, bro, they got some juice. You watch them on the road, and you're like, this is the worst fucking basketball team I've ever watched. Minnesota's a big team like that at home that they're tough to fade.
Yep. Arizona, it was always Arizona. Great job. That was in the Sunday Steak Special. 84-61, never a doubt. Up 11 at halftime. Never took their foot off the gas there. Didn't watch the game, but I would have to imagine. I mean, I don't know if it was more of a stinker from Kansas or just a good showing from Arizona. That I think we would both agree. We kind of read the line on that one. Like that was a lot of respect for Arizona. Would you say that was more of a basketball brain play for you?
Oh, basketball brain play for me. And
okay.
Not like I wasn't very good Saturday, so I'm not sitting here and going to glaze myself for one of the wins, but I like Arizona a lot, and I really don't like Kansas, so it was a basketball brain. Arizona's really good and still doesn't get that much respect. It's starting to happen, which is why I'm excited to talk about tonight's game. Arizona's finally starting to get respect. Arizona has a squad that is going to be a tough out for literally anyone. Arizona can easily win the national championship this year.
Wow. Easily. Okay.
They definitely can.
Proud of myself for this one. This is when I started to make my comeback. I had Nebraska 5.5 on the road. They were down 5 at halftime. They woke up in the second half. That felt good. But the one that felt really good, Steak, was Texas at Texas A&M. Texas wins this game 76-70. And this is where we talk about the lines, we talk about what's contrarian, what's public, what's this, what's that. I am definitely trying to lean more into using my eyeballs and my brain of what I saw and bet like that. I guess you could say that's how pros, well, no, pros kind of do like models and bullshit, whatever. But when I watched that Florida-Texas game, I still thought that Texas looked like a competent, decent basketball team. When I watched Arkansas, Texas A&M, I was not impressed with Texas A&M. Texas was 3.5-point dogs on the road, and I just said, fuck it. I don't care what this line is. I just think Texas A&M is the worst basketball team between these two. Texas wins outright. That one felt good. Pitt beat the brakes off of Cal, by the way, as 7-point dogs. I don't know who saw that coming, but nice job if you did.
That was one of, if I'm not mistaken, Joe Lunardi's Final Four in Cal. So you can go ahead and take them out because that's an awful fucking loss.
Sheesh. Yeah, fuck that moron. This is one, I believe BTL calls it Battle of the Berg. Texas Tech wins outright against Iowa State. Really just a great first half from Texas Tech, 45-29. They lost the second half, 44-37, but Texas Tech wins outright. I didn't have the balls to play the money line, so I'm not taking too much credit for this result. But
you get credit. I gotta definitely glaze you a little bit. You have wanted to back Texas Tech without Toppin. I have to call myself out as well because that's the third time in a row I've tried to fade, thinking that the wheels have to come off for this team without Toppin. So I'm done doing that completely. I really liked Iowa State. They play Arizona today at Arizona. Very excited to talk about that. Just mentioned again.
Me too. Yeah.
That was my second worst read of the day for sure. We'll get to my first worst read of the day.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Texas Tech. I don't know that I'm not going to take them to actually do anything like win it all or anything like that. They're not my San Diego State necessarily. But I think they have enough talent and they have a really good point guard. And it just seems like a team of inspired dudes. BYU goes on the road to West Virginia and loses.
Why wouldn't you take them to win it all? Like, do you have a horse right now? You got a horse in the stable?
No, I don't.
I'm just wondering why you wouldn't. Seems like you think they can.
No, I don't think that. I don't think they can beat Michigan and Duke. I don't. I think they're a team that's gonna.
What are they to win the Natty right now? What's Texas Tech to win the Natty, chat?
Well, I said this last week. They ballooned up to 100-1 when Toppin went down.
Yeah, he did take San Diego State. It was one of the most crazy gambling runs I've ever been a part of.
I know nobody's going to remember it because we didn't. I think I probably had like 5,000 followers at the time, but yes, it was glorious.
5 followers.
Yeah, never forget the game. I think we went 5 units when they beat Brandon Miller in Alabama outright. That was like we had like a big graphic. I don't know if you remember that. That was fun.
Absolutely insane. FAU was insane too.
Nate Hoops, listen, despite what the haters like Alan Dims will tell you, every now and then, sometimes I know ball. Jeff, did you see BK's comment section for his golf winner? No.
Oh, you have to take Texas Tech. If what C Zink is saying is true, they're 100-1. You need to bet that today.
They're still 100-1 after. Wow, I thought they would move down to 75 or something. But
me too.
Okay, all right, fuck it. I'll take them. They're not going to win it all, but I'll take them. BYU is pathetic. They are absolutely pathetic, going on the road and losing outright against West Virginia. Creighton lost to Providence. I don't know what to think.
I don't think you got to say much about Creighton. We could talk about BYU for a little bit. That team sucks. Absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
Devonta's awesome. The rest of the team is just absolute dog shit, especially without Richie Saunders. That's just a really bad basketball team.
Yeah. Yeah, let's give BK his flowers real quick. Great job hitting it outright. It was long overdue. Happy to hear that, or happy to see that. Good for him. We love that BK coming on every Wednesday to talk golf if you're into that kind of thing. Oh, here's another one I'm so sick of. I'm so fucking sick of Tennessee and Rick Barnes. I'm sick of this stupid fucking bullshit team. 4.5-point favorites, up 40-28 at home against Alabama. You're holding Alabama to 28 points. Unbelievable. Good job. How do you go into halftime? You come out and then you score 29 points. Fuck you, Rick Barnes, and fuck this stupid-ass Tennessee team. They suck. We watched them play Kentucky. They got one fucking guy.
He got hurt, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably a big deal then. So I guess
it's a big deal, but it was still, they unfortunately played like giant bitches in the second half. He did get hurt. He is their best player. He's probably a lottery pick. It matters.
Yeah.
It needs to be mentioned. They played fucking miserable in the second half.
He's all they got. So I guess that makes a little bit of sense. And honestly, since the guy got hurt and that he's all they got, I think the Blue Book should refund me personally. People trying to trip BK for putting $13 on the slip. So much hated, sad. It was an awesome hit. Yeah. I'll say this. I don't care. I don't unit shame. Biev made fun of me for putting $25 on things before. You win 1,000 in golf if you put 13. You're winning $1,000. I don't care what your units are. Winning $1,000 is great.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah. At the end of the day, people out there on the internet are fucking losers. And I've realized something. I don't have the time, energy, or effort to engage with these people. I'm just going to move on without them and ignore them. If you're chirping BK for putting $13 on a golf bet and winning 1,000, go fuck yourself. All right. His comment was hilarious, by the way. I did see him say this to one person, but I think the person was like friendly and joking him. He said, "I have a mortgage now."
Having a mortgage.
Yeah, guy has a mortgage. Okay. Oklahoma, LSU, Stanford, SMU. I don't know if there's any other games to really talk about. TCU.
Well, let's talk about my worst read of the day.
Can I guess what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, Villanova.
Yeah.
I almost went to that game. I almost took my wife. Thank God I didn't. That was terrible. Awful game. It's at 8 o'clock. That's why
it was always St. John's bouncing back from that terrible offensive performance against UConn and scoring 89 at the Garden against Villanova. That was by far my worst read of the day. It was over before it started. I didn't even get to enjoy any of it. It was bad. Horrible read.
I got to tell you, though, I'm not going to shit on you for this because we have been fading bounce backs. They have been doing well. They're not 100%. The reason you wanted to fade St. John's was because it was an obvious bounce back spot. And truth be told, I went to go bet this game and I forgot you can't bet St. John's in New York. So it actually saved me. I was going to probably hit you up so you could put it on the teal book. And I was like, nah, I got 14 wagers. I'm good. I'm not going to give you too much shit for that because it wasn't a basketball brain play. It was just our system play and it failed.
But,
how about this?
No, it was a basketball brain play. I got to remember. And it's not good because I haven't been good in the last couple of weeks. So saying these are basketball brain plays is pretty pathetic. It was a basketball brain play. I don't like St. John's.
Okay. All right, fine. I'll clown emoji you then. I got a bad read. I posted a tweet that started picking up some steam, got some conversation, got some engagement about Arkansas. When I watched them beat up on Texas A&M, where I just said I didn't think Texas A&M was a very good game. I was like, why can't Arkansas win it all? You said, well, they got to play the Gators this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brother, they played the Gators this weekend.
Michael Irvin belt fucking gets
belt. 111-77. Holy shit.
Belt. The Gators are terrifying. I'm not saying that because I'm a Gators fan. I think anybody who watches college basketball knows that the Gators are terrifying.
Yeah. Auburn lost at home as 11-point favorites to Ole Miss. Unbelievable.
But strength of schedule.
Yeah. You can't blame them for scheduling tough teams. And then Gonzaga lost 70-59. I think you had the under on that with Sushi Bet. Nice job on that play. All right, let's talk about this real quick. We got some breaking news. We should do a breaking news thing in here, kind of like when BTL does the mooing. David Montgomery, he's gone
to the Texans.
Wow.
I think that's a wonderful pickup for the Houston Texans. I mean, wonderful. You got dead Nick Chubb and very basic, mediocre Woody Marks. I just think that's such a good pickup. I'm in love with that for the Texans, to be honest. They still need another running back, ironically, but I think that's a really good pickup.
Do you think they need another running back?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. Well, good point by Joel. If I don't know what the deal is with Joe Mixon.
What do you mean? What the deal is? He like injured?
Well, he was injured. He's been injured, but if he's coming back to play, then maybe Joe Mixon, Woody Marks, and David Montgomery is enough. But Woody Marks and David Montgomery isn't enough of a running back room. I'm telling you, Woody Marks kind of stinks.
Oh no,
you don't think so?
No.
Yeah, I think Woody Marks is a fucking change of pace guy, whatever. But
no, I think Woody Marks is good. I drafted him on my fantasy team. Not that that means much, but I like him. Ron Coney 55 new follow. I love it. I think more so. I just like having veterans on teams. I think Monty seemed like a locker room guy. I'm shocked that it didn't work out in Detroit because Detroit seemed like the team with Dan Campbell and Goff and whatever to have a decent locker room. I don't know if I'm so sure anymore. Amon-Ra St. Brown and his fucking podcast. Jameson Williams might be a little bit of a head case that they have to maintain. And now you've got Monty upset. There's some problems in Detroit.
It was only strange because Underdog NFL, I don't know who originally made the report that David Montgomery wanted to be traded, and then he retweeted it. Did you see that? And he said, what's the point of that if you're going to get traded?
I don't know.
Don't you think that kind of makes everybody look stupid?
It does. It makes David Montgomery look stupid. Yes.
Yeah, it's like you did say that, bro. You got traded less than 24 hours after tweeting that. Why not just say nothing?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. I listen, Gibbs is a guy that can get 30 touches a game, no problem. I understand that. But I think you need a number 2 guy. But your number 2 guy being David Montgomery was great because inside the 5-yard line, this guy is scoring touchdowns left and right. Maybe Gibbs is getting upset that he's touchdown vulturing. I don't really understand.
I think Jahmyr Gibbs had plenty of touchdowns, and David Montgomery is not a number 2. He's a 1B, and he's a disgusting 1B, especially when your 1A is the complete opposite type of running back than he is. It's one of the best running back duos you're ever going to see.
Dude, I'm kind of with you, man. I think Dan Campbell was right after that loss to the Niners. I think that shit opened and closed quick, man. Yikes. Terry Arnold got arrested. That is, I mean, they've been drafting really well. They whiffed on that.
But wait a second. Do you know what happened with Terry Arnold?
No, I don't.
Didn't he get robbed and then try to get retaliation?
Oh, I truly zero details. I'm not going to fucking speak on anything until we get a lot of details out, but I just am saying him as a player they whiffed on.
I will just want to go on record. I have zero problems with a grown man going to get his shit back.
Oh, me too.
Zero problems. Couldn't care less. You won't get me to call it character issues. You won't get me to call it anything except 100% fair game. Maybe not the smartest if you're a millionaire. Maybe you should hire someone to do that, have your boys do it, whatever, but no fucking problem.
Fall guy. Got to have a fall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, hey, that's there. There's what is it like like just the principle of things, you know? So if you got to take care of business, you got to take care of business. But I'm with you. Joe makes it done.
Who runs the fucking show around here?
Yeah. Detroit's windows closed when Ben left. You're probably right. You know, you're probably right. There was Max Crosby to be traded this week. How strong is that?
I say no. I say the Raiders are legitimately going to think they can win games with Fernando Mendoza and Ashton Genty, and they're going to be buyers way more than sellers. And I feel like it's smoke.
God,
Eagle would be crazy. Lion would be the best thing I think Detroit's ever done. The best thing. And I didn't even realize when I was saying that the Lions would be a good fit that he went to college in Michigan. The best thing the Lions ever did was do everything they can to put Max Crosby across from Aiden Hutchinson.
I think there's some real problems with Max Crosby in the Raiders. And maybe I'm buying into too much of what Diana Rossini was saying, but I mean, the more I think about it, it makes a lot of fucking sense. He wanted to play football, and they told him no.
Yeah,
they told him no.
Yeah, tanking in general is as big of a problem as it's ever been in sports.
Who just tweeted a message, by the way?
Yeah, someone shared the message, the exact message.
Is it Max Crosby tweeted a message? Dude, if I'm a GM, I am fucking doing whatever I can for Max Crosby. I think he is.
Specifically, if I'm the GM of the Lions.
All right, hold on. Max, you know what? I don't know that. It's Max with 2 X's. I know that, which is pretty cool. He said, there's only one you that will ever exist. Why the fuck would you waste any time trying to be anything else but the best version of yourself? You're one of one. Never forget that. He did this thing that drives me insane. He capitalized every letter of the first word.
Why don't you comment that and just exactly say, hey, Max, a big fan, but you just did something that drives me insane. You capitalized. You should say that. Comment that right now.
I'll tell you right now. I ain't talking shit to Max Crosby. I ain't talking shit to fucking Udonis Haslam. There's just some dudes that you just don't talk shit to. You guys.
It would be really funny if you did that.
All right, let's talk a little bit about yesterday's games. Sunday, March 1st. We are in March. There wasn't much going on, but there was some stuff going on. I went 1-2. Somebody warned me about fucking Belmont. They blew it. I did hit Indiana State, which was great. And then I took fucking FAU. I'm so sick of FAU. Bradley comes through as 4-point favorites. But there were a couple things to talk about. Most importantly, obviously. Ohio State beats Purdue outright as a 6.5-point underdog. Purdue 74, Ohio State 82. I mean, the fact that Ohio State scored 82 points is pretty impressive to me.
Yeah, they looked good. Somebody told me it was like the healthiest they've been all season.
Why am I getting Jeff? You just can never stand on business. Wait, what did I do? Did I not stand on? Oh, you're talking about like telling Max Crosby that he should not. Yeah, no. That you give me a step ladder for that, and I won't do it. I won't do it. So okay. You think both these teams are ass?
Ohio State and Purdue?
Yeah.
I think Purdue sucks. I don't think I have to keep going on my Purdue kick. I just don't think they're any slightest bit of a contender in March. Like they'll get a 4 seed at minimum. I think they're an early out. Do I think Ohio State sucks? I think if you're asking me, should they be in the tournament? I think they should be in the tournament. That's about the best I can answer the question.
So they have a point guard. I was watching a little bit of this game. I watched more Michigan State, Indiana, which we'll talk about next. The point guard for Ohio State, you or chat, somebody just confirmed this. Is it Robbie Hummel?
The point guard for Ohio State?
Or a player on Ohio State?
Robbie Hummel is an old Purdue player. You talking about Bruce Thornton?
No.
Royal?
Is it Royal? No, not Bruce Thornton.
Robbie Hummel is a dude who played for Purdue like 10 years ago.
Okay. I don't know why I thought the guy was it Mobley?
That's maybe probably what you're talking about.
He has a really light. Yeah, he played years ago. Okay, I don't know why I had the name Robbie Hummel in my head because I searched him and it was not the guy that was talking. He has a really high pitched voice. Hummel was calling the game. Got it.
I was gonna say, there's no way you just randomly pulled Robbie Hummel for no reason.
All right, hold on. Ohio State basketball roster. Who is the fucking guy I'm thinking of here?
I really think it's John Mobley, but you would know if it was Bruce Thornton. He's been balling all year. I think John Mobley's been hurt.
John Mobley. Okay. This is exactly who it was. Okay. John Mobley Jr. Let's see. What did he do? Did he have 21 points? Oh my God, he did. He had 21 points. He had 21 fucking points. That's really impressive. Okay. So John Mobley, you're telling me, has been hurt most of the year?
I don't know about most of the year, but he's been hurt.
Oh, it looks like he missed 2 weeks. He played at USC against USC, and then at Iowa, he played 30 minutes. I thought Biev said Mobley was hurt for that game. I get it, whatever.
I think he was announced in late or something, if I'm not mistaken. It was a game where he was questionable for pretty much the entire day.
They interviewed him. I think they stormed the court and they interviewed him. Biev, you were talking to Tailing Dawes about guys being out. Wasn't that the Iowa game or was it not the Iowa game?
Because on that same day, Ohio State DG had commented on my shit saying, Mobley's not playing. And then he ended up playing.
Oh, he was out for Michigan State. Got it. Well, he played against Iowa and they lost 74-57. He had 15 points. Mobley, nice beef spawn, by the way. Guy never watches the stream unless we talk about his favorite teams. Ohio State, tough team, maybe. This guy, Mobley, you know what I liked? This is what I liked in his press game. I keep saying press game. Post-game interview on the court. He said, oh yeah, we're going to be in it because they were talking about how big was this win that, you're on the bubble, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, we should be in it. And if we get in it, watch out because we're going to make a run.
I don't think you want to play them. I don't think if they're 11 seed, you're excited that's a 6 seed whatsoever.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like teams giving bulletin board material when it's like directly to another team. Like when that fucking idiot offensive lineman talks shit about Ruben Bain. Remember that?
Yes.
Moron.
Yeah.
Moron. I'll cash out of a bet. I'll bet against you. I hate that. But this guy, he got a little swaggy do in him. Swaggy do. I just made that up. Like Scooby Doo, but swaggy do. He's a little swaggy do. Does that play?
Yeah.
I just made that.
As long as you promise to keep saying it, no matter if the chat starts saying, "Oh, Unc, you're so washed, it's fucking lame," you have to continue to say it. Block out the noise. Stand on business.
Well, I'm only going to stand on business if it's well received. I don't know that I even like it that much. If I do,
you're already starting to not stand on business.
I'm asking a fucking opinion. You can't tell me I'm not a man of the people. I'm Hitler. I'm a dictator, and then also tell me I don't stand on business when I'm just asking an opinion.
I haven't brought up you being Hitler or a dictator in quite a few streams, but you keep bringing it up.
Esto, Swaggy Doo, Scooby Doo's younger brother. Love that. All right, official. After that, I'm in on it. Swaggy do. I just gave fucking John. What's his name? Joe Mobley? John Mobley? Hold on.
John Mobley. Swaggy do.
John Mobley. You know what? I got to tell you this, though. He doesn't look like a John Mobley. That's going to kind of throw
He doesn't look like a Robbie Hummel either.
No, he doesn't look like a Robbie Hummel. All right. So anyways, I liked what he said. I like that. He had some swag to him. He had some confidence to him. He played like it. He backed it up. So all I'm saying is this. I don't want to get behind Biev and his stupid fucking favorite teams that he just blindly supports. But it sounds like you kind of respect Ohio State. And I liked what I heard that guy say.
I respect Ohio State as a team. You would not be excited to play at the 11th seed whatsoever.
Okay. What are their odds to win it all?
No idea. It's probably something absurd. You'd be better off betting them to like go to the Elite Eight or the Final Four or something. They're not winning it all.
No. They're not winning it all. I'm definitely not.
Bet Texas Tech to win it all, dude. You got to stand up business there.
Okay, fine. To be fair, when you say I got to stand on business, I never said they're going to win it all. I said they were going to play inspired basketball and be a tough out. And I did bet them against Iowa State. So
there you go. TMC time. There's a good plus 400 to go to the Sweet 16. That's a fun bet.
Okay. Biev has them 161. Hilarious. The other game that was worth mentioning was Indiana. Steak, I had a horrible feeling about both of our Sunday steak specials. The Florida Panthers were playing against the Islanders, and I saw that they moved from like minus 120 to minus 150. I'm like, there's no way that's fucking hitting. Yeah. Islanders run a back-to-back. It felt really obvious. I almost went to the game, but again, 6:30 on a Sunday when you get old, it's like you really got to weigh the pros and cons of that. I'll take a 92 sleep score. They lost 5-4 after having a 2-goal lead. And Indiana, it was just never Indiana. You posted a tweet. You said the line stunk.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure I agreed with that.
Really? Michigan State coming off that Purdue win and Indiana coming off that Northwestern loss?
Don't you think Indiana would get a little bit of respect at home, though?
I guess they suck everywhere, but it doesn't matter. Trying to read lines in college basketball has been literally impossible.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of what I was getting at. I think I'm going to do away with any sort of line reading, personally.
Yeah, because then you can just say things like, oh, I'm going to bet Michigan against Illinois because I think Michigan is much better and Illinois is overrated and at home, and boom, they beat the fuck out.
Love that. Love that. So anyways, I watched this game. You know, we just talked about Ohio State being a team you don't want to play. We're shitting on January, February Izzo.
That's probably a good thing to talk about. You see my tweet kind of popped off. I never know. Okay. I never know what's really going to work people up, but this, and I don't know if Will Burdick's in here. He's the only Michigan State fan I could think of, and I like him. Michigan State fans, they're giant ass babies. They're giant ass babies, and I think I know why. You interested in hearing why?
Yeah, but hold on. I want to pull your tweet up.
Yeah, pull up my tweet.
I had to get by the fucking can of Surfside. Okay, hold on. 125,000 views, 752 likes, 120 comments. Biev, as an Ohio State fan, he's the GOAT. Shut the fuck up, this guy.
Yes.
He's going to have fucking Izzo's cock in his mouth when he's fucking an Ohio State fan, and then he's also going to swallow the fucking Yankees load when they get in the playoffs. I'm going to tell you right now. Biev,
Here we go. Perfect guy to come in and comment. So I just want to make sure, because a lot of people are saying, no, it's not because he wins a lot in March because he hasn't won shit in 25 years, but it's because he does less with more. And that's why they replaced his name with March on the calendar, because he does, less with more.
Because there's more with less, you mean?
He does more with less. Sorry.
Yeah,
he does more with less. How does doing more with less get your name replaced for March on the fucking calendar? And then I had people telling me, oh, no, dude, it's because the championship game is in April. He always gets to the Elite Eight. That's what's in March. The Final Four in the championship game that he never gets to anymore is actually in April, and that was what people were saying. But Alan Dims, you're wrong. Doing more with less doesn't get your fucking name replaced with March on the calendar. Winning in March does. All I heard was excuses in the comment. I got Hello World, who's a fucking smart guy, telling me it's because he has 3 stars and 4 stars, and John Calipari has 5 stars, and Bill Self has 5 stars. That's why he has the nickname. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if he has 3 and 4 stars. He's a great coach. I think he's awesome. I never said he wasn't, but he doesn't win shit in March. So why the fuck is his name being replaced with March on the calendar? Makes no sense.
I'm with you. I don't understand this. Hold on. Since that, this is the Hello World comment. Since that championship, Izzo has coached 3 lottery picks: Jason Richardson, Bridges, JJJ.
Maybe he sucks at developing talent.
Yeah, or he fucking sucks at recruiting. He makes March runs without one and dones, makes dollar store players look like. How are you getting dollar store players at Michigan State? Give me a fucking break.
Thinking that you would want to go play there. Imagine thinking he only has 3 lottery picks is a good argument for why he's a good coach. Imagine thinking that, but you're fucking delusional. That's what I realized. Tom Izzo fans and backers, Michigan State fans, giantly fucking delusional. He has 3 lottery picks. That's what that fucking guy said to me. He has 3 lottery picks. Oh, well, I guess we should suck his dick then, because he's had 3 lottery picks in 26 years. And apparently that's a fucking accomplishment if you're Tom Izzo.
But Alan, this is not the same because nobody says January, February, Bill Self.
Thank you.
What are you not understanding? What are you not understanding? You can't compare Bill Self to this. Everybody's talking about Tom Izzo in March. You can't bring fucking
people fucking Vic lapping the fact that they beat Indiana yesterday. Vic lapping that they beat 11 lost Indiana yesterday.
Well, I don't understand with Biev agreeing with his take. You have no spine if you're an Ohio State fan and you can't stand on business and be a fucking talk about me not standing on business. You're gonna go over there and circle jerk everybody, loving Tom Izzo in March because he only has 3 good players in 25 years. That sounds like a fucking Tom Izzo problem.
And to answer Alan's question as well as you did, if it was January, February Self, I would have made that same exact thing about Bill Self.
Yes. Okay, but nobody's saying Tom Izzo.
Yeah, I never
really
said he wasn't really good. Dude. I'm specifically talking, and I want to make myself very clear about the March nickname. Yes. He's a wonderful coach, one of the best coaches of all time. Great coach. How do you get a March nickname? How do you get a March nickname when you don't win in March? Somebody explain that to me.
But it's not that we don't respect Izzo. This is the problem. We respect Izzo. Tom Izzo
I don't respect the nickname. He needs a different nickname. Like, it's a cool nickname for fucking Izzo? The Godfather. Let's call him that.
Sure.
Sick nickname. Yeah, just fucking cook there.
Yeah.
March. Stop it. January, yeah, I know. I will. That's what everybody was saying. That kind of makes the argument even weaker.
Yeah. Why are we acting like Cassius Winston is a bum? Also, no Mateen Cleaves fucking love.
Oh, Patino's the Godfather. My bad. Sorry.
Well, that's because Patino might actually be in the Mafia.
Yeah, that's a way better nickname for Rick Pitino.
Yeah. Why do you hate John Rothstein? I don't hate John Rothstein.
I think maybe he's the guy who started that shit.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick Pitino's in the Mafia. Did you ever hear that about Big Cat and PFT when they were shitting on Rick Pitino and like somebody reached out to him and he's just like, hey, stop talking about Rick Pitino like this. And they were like, okay, we're done. Like they like kind of threatening, like behind the scenes. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
Oh, it's very funny. And then they jokingly were like only positive about Rick Pitino for a very long time. Because that nickname is stuck for a long time and last few years are not going to change that.
Few, we have a different definition of few, Alan Dibbs. Few, once you start getting to 7 to 10 to 15 years since somebody's done anything, we're going to stop saying a few years. That's what we do for Tom Izzo, though. Tom
Izzo just
had
to slide
March in a very long time.
I just realized it says that's a cool nickname. If your last natty came when the World Trade Centers were standing tall, you cannot refuse a freaking like 9/11 reference. You just can't. You can't.
I do love a good 9/11 reference.
Yeah, and you
Tom Izzo being called Mr. March is my 9/11.
You haven't been to a Final Four or one-year conference tourney in 7 years.
A few, by the way. That's what Alan Dims calls a few.
This isn't really a hot take, but I don't care about winning conference tournaments.
Like, yeah, that's fine, but I'm just mentioning that he didn't do it. A couple people were in my comments from reminding me that they did win the Big Ten regular season title last year, which, by the way, that ends like somewhere in the beginning of March. So I don't know how that plays into the March nickname too. But for Tom Izzo, we stretch. It does.
This is a pretty fair question. Is winning a title the only way to do something in CBB? I don't think so.
No. They won the Big Ten regular season title, Alan. Crown him. I guess he's Mr. March. I guess he's Mr. March for all that stuff he did in January and February. And no, Leb, I don't think it is.
When is the last time Michigan State went to the national championship?
Good question. I don't know the answer. The Final Four was 2019.
Okay, so you went to a Final Four 7 years ago. I think if you went to like, yeah. All right, let's see what Biev said. But here's
the long comment. We got to read it.
You can't only do wins and losses for judging a coach because some teams have insane talent just for the game. I think Shire is an awful coach, but he has the best players. Guys like Izzo and Sampson get the best out of there. That has absolutely nothing to do with January, February Izzo.
Yeah, that's all. I
I
don't know
just-
how many more times I can say it. That's
Biev,
all.
I don't
All
even
you
know what
said
you're
is
talking
true.
about.
You're just ignoring that I'm saying I think Tom Izzo is fucking awesome and a GOAT coach.
Yeah.
I just think the nickname January, February Izzo is the dumbest thing ever.
Let's do this on 3, Steak, one more time, so Biev can understand this, because he keeps bringing up points of why Tom Izzo is a good coach, which is what we're not arguing. On 3, let's say Tom Izzo is a good coach. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Tom Izzo
is a good coach.
Why'd you
Okay.
couldn't even stand on business there? You paused.
I said Tom Izzo is a good coach.
You fucking paused. Chat. Did he not pause?
Don't do this. Don't do this.
I think he paused.
I just said 1, 2, 3. Tom Izzo is a good
We'll
coach.
be running that back later.
Yeah. I don't like Shire. You know what Shire has?
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
What?
I think he's a fucking. I mean, you want to talk about how tough it is to replace a guy, to be the first guy to replace the guy. I think Shire is an awesome coach. That's a horrible take.
So I got a legitimate beef with Tom Izzo now that nobody's talking about, but after this conversation, we should probably be talking about. Why can't Tom Izzo recruit?
I don't know. I don't believe that he's not recruiting. That lottery pick argument was crazy bad. Crazy bad.
What do you mean? No. But that's he's not recruiting like a Calipari would be.
But I don't think that's true, man. No, not like a Calipari. That's true. He's obviously, and I obviously, chat can tell me if I'm mistaken about this. He must be telling guys he doesn't want one and done guys. So if you're looking,
I see.
Play 1 year here and go to the NBA, I don't want you.
Got it. By the way, wrist brace is back. I don't know if I told you about this. It's been a really nice couple of months with no carpal tunnel. You want to know what happened? So when I do the NBA box score recaps, I do them on, we have a desktop, and the desktop does not have my vertical mouse and my mouse pad. And I'm not kidding. So I have to hold the mouse like this again, like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, what have I been doing in a week? And the pain's back. Yeah, the pain's back. So Dumps, thank you. A little late. Dumps is pulling a Facebook, Instagram right now. Something happened on Twitter, and we find out about it 30 minutes later, but that's all right. We did talk about it.
Me and Dumps went to the Magic game together, and we were talking about landing spots for David Montgomery yesterday, just being guys, you know?
Yeah, dudes being dudes. Love that. Okay. I got to take a quick piss break, Steak. It's 11:25, and then should we talk about the board for tonight?
Yep, definitely.
All right, sounds good. By the way, King Nitty 88 with a new follow. Ron Coney, I already said it. Slack Packs, subscribe 13 months, and Burrs Killa 5-stream streak. We appreciate you guys tuning in every weekday here. Got 102 in the Book It Sports YouTube. Like and sub. We're going to take a quick piss. We will be right back after these words. Oop,
Goats on mute. Goats on mute.
Goats on mute. All right. Lorenzo Kane, love that. They taking a shit or what? Was that a long time?
No, not at all. I'm not gonna
Oh.
lie. I didn't take the pee break.
There was a leftover bagel in my household that I took 2 bites of, so I had to.
Before we go to the board, let's talk about that sandwich you had yesterday.
Pastrami, egg, and cheese.
I mean, it looked incredible. I wanted to say it looked incredible, but I have a question: is your go-to bagel on a sandwich a plain bagel?
That's a really good question. No, I'm an everything bagel guy. But when I do a bacon, egg, and cheese, I have no qualms with anyone getting it on a plain bagel. Same with lox. I have no qualms with it, but I am an everything. However, I haven't gotten a pastrami, egg, and cheese in a while. So I didn't want anything else to affect the flavor. And I was like, it's kind of uncharted territory if you I don't have them that often. So it's like, let me go plain.
So you chose, I'm not giving you shit, totally fine with it. But did they say what type of bagel you want? You chose plain, or that specific kind of sandwich just comes on a plain bagel?
That's a very good question. I don't even remember, but in an effort to uphold integrity, I will just tell you regardless, if they were to say, what type of bagel do you want? I would have ordered a plain bagel.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting to hear, to be honest.
I just want to make
former bagel shop owner, I have opinions, and I know it's easy to say plain bagels are square. They're very square.
Oh, I don't disagree. Let me just repeat myself. I am an everything bagel guy.
Mm-hmm. Also a little square.
Everything?
We could get more in our bag than everything, but it's acceptable.
No, I don't disagree. I don't eat bagels a lot. So, but I'm like an everything with sky and cream cheese. I remember your bagel shop. I used to get the wacky ones. I like a cinnamon raisin. I like the jalapeno cheddar a lot, or Asiago, whatever the fuck.
Asiago and jalapeno cheddar are sharp as a bitch. Jalapeno cheddar was fire.
I don't even know if this is like a classic bagel shop. I don't even know if they have Asiago and jalapeno cheddar. Now that I think about it, I don't really think that's
probably not. No, probably not. That's kind of like a niche one, I would think.
See, this is what I think. I don't think you want to get too cute with bagels. Like, you're talking about the options out there and some fun things. I'm with that, but as if you're like a true bagel guy, I don't think bagels like pizza. If that makes sense.
Well, I really like very plain pizza too, to be honest. But what X Finchy said is correct mostly. But I want to say I do not think jalapeno cheddar is too cute. I think it's fucking delicious.
Oh, it's good. I like it a lot. I like the
Asiago. Any cuter than that, I would agree with X Finchy.
I'd say my weirdest bagel order is I really like a cinnamon raisin bagel with blueberry cream cheese.
That's not weird, but that's just like a dessert. Weird. I don't think it's
weird. Yeah, right. No, my wife has a awesome bagel order. It's like a lox bagel, but no lox. It's the tomato. I know you're not a tomato guy. Tomato, caper, onion, cream cheese with bacon on an everything bagel.
Yeah.
That is a really, really good combination.
I will also have a take about New York, and I'm curious to see if you agree. I think for the most part, New York bagels and breakfast sandwiches live up to the hype. Not saying every spot, but for the most part, overall as a city, like you hear about stuff, deep dish in Chicago and stuff like that. You could argue, like, I would say bagels and breakfast sandwiches live up to the hype in New York more than the pizza. Is that a bad take?
No, that's not a bad take. It is funny. Some people think when you go to New York, you just walk in anywhere and it's going to be good food. Not the case at all. Like, there's a lot of places that have very average or below average food. But yeah, I guess now that I think about it, when you just stumble into a place to get bagel, it's a very good chance you're going to get a better bagel than you would get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Not the case for pizza. Yeah, not the case for pizza. You're absolutely right.
I've had some real ass pizza in New York, and I am a New York City glazer. Like, I would take New York over LA 10 times out of 10. I have had some bad pizza in New York, man.
Yeah, Rainbow said New York pizza is overrated. I tend to agree with you. Although there is some really, really good pizza, of course. But even when I go to Florida, like, you got some places that have good pizza. It's not like it's New York pizza snobs are a little kind of annoying. There was one more thing I was gonna fucking say. But I do want to mention, this might be a hot take, and I might get flamed for this. Bacon, egg, and cheese does go on a bagel. Whatever type of bagel you get, fine. That pastrami, egg, and cheese is delicious. I like sausage, egg, and cheese. But when I get sausage, egg, and cheese, I like it on a croissant.
Interesting. I get sausage, egg, and cheese over bacon, egg, and cheese pretty much every single time.
And you always go bagel, no croissant?
Always go bagel, but I am Jewish.
Okay. Do you have any beef with croissants as a sandwich? Breakfast sandwich?
I don't have any beef. They're delicious, but I dare you to tell anyone in my Jewish family to go croissant over bagel. It doesn't.
No, I wouldn't. But the problem is the bagels sometimes are like a little firm on where, depending on where you go. The croissant is nice because it like fluffs in with the cheesiness and the sausage and everything. Flatface 19. Nope. We don't talk sports.
We don't talk about sports. They will talk about it at 12:30 on BTL, though. You can come back.
Yep. You can sit here and hang out if you want to talk about HBO shows, bagels, and everything like that. Bitch, scream, moan. You know where you can go right now to listen to people talk about sports? Put on fucking Fox Sports 1. I bet you'll get a nice dose of fucking Nick Wright. Put on ESPN. Who knows what fucking goobers they got on that platform. Good luck. Go find somebody to talk about sports right now at 11:34 Eastern Standard Time. I beg you, and come back and let me know what kind of takes you heard. I would love to hear it. Maybe get up. What's Mike Greenberg up to? Huh? What's Mike Greenberg up to?
Or go to YouTube and type in Bruce Pearl, Miami of Ohio take.
Yep. Flatface 19. Go ahead and give me, let me know. Do a review. Find some other people out there actually talking sports. Come in, let us know. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll all just tune into them. All right. That's what we'll go ahead and do.
And also, do any of them have fucking carpal tunnel from working so fucking hard?
Yes. Do any of them have fucking carpal tunnel? That's what I would like to know. Flatface 19. The next time you want to stand up in class and say some dumb shit again, I bet you're going to fucking think twice. All right. Now we are actually going to talk sports. So
yeah, let's talk sports.
Now I feel like
now that he's gone, let's talk sports.
Yeah. It is the second day in March. It is March 2nd. That's how that works. We're going to go to the college basketball slate.
It's actually Izzo's second. It's Izzo's second.
Oh my God. But dude, Tom Izzo wins games, Steak. All right.
Sure. He won yesterday. A lot of people in my comments reminded me.
Yep. He wins games. Tom Izzo does this thing where he's a shit recruiter, but he does really well with the guys the average guys that he recruits. So we're gonna name a month after him. Are there conference tournaments that start today? People keep saying
tomorrow. I think. Am I wrong? Was I wrong about that? I think the first conference tournament starts tomorrow. Can someone confirm?
I don't know. There's one. Okay. Horizon Sports starts.
All right. So let's do Duke, North Carolina State. Then we do Arizona, Iowa State, and then we can talk Horizon League. Deal?
Yeah, and I just want to make it clear so you know, because with college basketball dominating this month, I like when you take command and get in the driver's seat and tell us where we're going for this, okay? Because I don't know what I'm doing with the IUPUI Jaguars, and am I talking about them or not? So let's go to Duke. No, I should say let's go to NC State. By the way, when I went to a Carolina Hurricanes game, it's at the NC State Gymnasium. Vinny Del Negro's jersey is in the rafters. It's a beautiful sight. It's beautiful.
Oh my God, Vinny Del Negro! What a unbelievable.
I had to.
What jersey number did he wear for the Spurs? I'm not 100% sure, but I have a guess.
I have a guess too. All right, I'll tell you where my brain went.
Go ahead.
My brain first went to 14, and then it went to 18, and then it went to the 20s.
I think it's 15.
15. Okay. Yeah. 15. Wow. Good job. Click Duke if you enjoy money. Gosh. Well, I'm going to bring up the picket splits real quick. I don't know if you are or are not going to find these to be a little surprising.
I'm going to find them to be surprising because there's going to be way more people on NC State than I would think. No. Never mind.
That's what I thought. $70,000 in bets right now. Not a lot. It'll probably double, maybe triple by the time the game tips off. It's Monday night. There's not a whole lot going on. But this is where we're at here. You know, everybody's buying into Duke, which would make sense. They just beat the absolute piss out of Virginia at home. NC State lost outright. Look ahead spot that we failed to identify as well to Notre Dame. Quick turnaround here for these teams. 7 o'clock at NC State. 10 points stake. What do you think? Is the home dog going to bark tonight? Or are they going to be fake sharp and a little contrarian and people going to get cute fating your Duke Blue Devils?
Don't say my Duke Blue Devils.
You've been talking about them.
Nah, we're not doing that. Nope. I'm not doing that. That we're not doing. It would be more my Michigan Wolverines than it would be my Duke Blue Devils, to be completely. It's not my Duke Blue Devils.
Fine.
I respect the shit of how they play defense. They are insane to watch play defense. I will leave it at that. So
Fair.
I'm a little down in the dumps. I had a bad February. I had an amazing January and a bad February. So when I talk like this, everyone keep in mind that I'm down in the dumps as a gambler. The guy just said, press Duke if you like free money. And like 3 years ago and before that, somebody would say that and you'd be like, you're an idiot. You don't understand the first thing about gambling if that's what you think. But these days, betting college basketball, it's almost like that simple. It's almost like that simple. Press Duke if you like free money. It looks easy. It's because it is easy. And the people who are trying to get cute and sharp will take NC State plus 10 here. Probably like myself. Like, you think I don't want to bet NC State? I want to bet NC State so bad, just like I wanted to bet Indiana yesterday. And I just don't know, man. I don't know if Duke's fadeable. I thought there was people trying to do the same exact thing with Virginia last game. Now they're on the road. You're giving the home team 10 points. They're 11-4 at home. They're coming off a loss to Notre Dame. The new way to bet college basketball, dude, it might be just take Duke.
It's a good take. That's a really good take. Kind of agree with you. There's no basketball reason to fade Duke right now.
No.
There's, I don't know a lot about this NC State team. And that's why I'm like, I'll even feel more like a fucking idiot if I go to war with them tonight. I mean, granted, I'm catching 10 points. You're not asking them to win the game. Duke's 9-1 on the road. They're 7-3 ATS on the road. I mean, they're 27-2 overall. Not bad ATS for a chalk favorite team. 17-12. You take that. NC State 8-7 ATS at home. Let's look at some of their spreads and some of their results at home. They did just play 2 road games. They lost both of them. Before that, they won and covered against UNC by 7. They were 7.5 point favorites. They beat the brakes off of them. And then they lost to Miami before that as 5.5 point favorites. But they beat Virginia Tech. They beat Syracuse. They did lose to Georgia Tech. So, I mean, this is a team that it's not a comfortable home team by any means. No. They were 4.5 point favorites against Virginia. They lost by 15 points. The one thing that I find pretty interesting, Steak, is I can't find a NC State home game where they were an underdog.
They were favored against Kansas at home, if I'm not mistaken.
1.5, and they lost.
Minus 7.5 against UNC at home. Yeah,
they really.
Yeah, 10.5. No, yep, 10.5 against Virginia Tech, 10.5 against Syracuse, 4.5 against Virginia, 4.5 point favorites against Virginia.
So now this is just the one opportunity with this NC State team where you're like, damn, it's the first and only time all year you're going to get NC State with points at home. Used to be Public Monday. Could it be, as things are changing and evolving, Contrarian Monday?
Is this you saying you like NC State?
Sort of.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like, no. I'm trying to make the case for them. That's what I'm doing.
Well, I'm not done. I'm going to make more of a case for the next underdog we talk about. I'm not fading Duke. Sorry, that's man.
All right. No, you don't have to apologize. That's fine with me. This is not senior night, by the way. Senior night for NC State will be March 7th against Stanford, but this is obviously going to be the most important game for them to end their season and try to bounce back. 19-10 team. Maybe they're not bouncing back, but they did lose outright to a very, very bad Notre Dame team. Guy who doesn't watch basketball, I like NC State. Did not say I like NC State. Just want to make it very clear. But for the sake of conversation and talking sports, as Flatface19 asked if we were going to do, I'm just trying to make a case for NC State, and that is the case that I try to make. I hope
don't let them talk to you like that. You've been watching basketball.
Yeah, I have been watching basketball. So base god Bill, fucking pay attention.
My boy's been watching basketball for 10 days.
That's right, motherfucker, which is all you really need.
Yeah.
Everybody like John Rothstein acting like you got to watch basketball in November. Give me a fucking break. You watch basketball in November, you probably thought Purdue was going to win it all. Get fucked. Get fucked. These motherfuckers. By the way, in all seriousness, John Rothstein, I'm sure he's a really smart guy. I just think that if you actually enjoy watching college basketball every single game, every single night, you have to be fucked in the head.
This is an underratedly hilarious comment.
Dude.
They're on our ass today. Alan Dims is DMing him saying, "Hey, I need more voices, man. It can't just be me."
Yeah, Alan Dimes. It is Alan Dims, though, I think. Alan Dimes is very funny. Jeff, buddy, I mean this nice way as possible. I really do. Maybe the sports betting thing isn't for you. 1-11 again yesterday. It was not a good day. The 1-11 record is skewed because that's when all my golf outrights hit. So it is unfortunate. But Landon, it's good to see you. You're missing out all kind of dog ML in November. Maybe. And Purdue just won the Natty. That would be very, very funny.
It would be the funniest thing. I think me and you would probably have to go in hiding for like, how many weeks do you think we would have to go into hiding if Purdue wins the national championship? 3?
Well, maybe like 3 days.
3 days? Wow. I'm going into hiding more longer. I really am. If Purdue wins the Natty, bro.
Yeah. I guess it's still possible, right?
I don't think it's possible. I do not think that's possible. Dude. I think they're dog water.
Bro, I mean, yeah, I do too. But I'm just saying, like, anything can happen in a tournament, you know?
Yeah, but anything can happen. Yeah, whatever. I really don't think it's possible. I'm standing on business. What's that thing that Big Cat does? Pinky?
Oh, pinky team?
Yeah. I don't really want to cut off my pinky, but I would probably cut off my pinky.
Okay, here's a better question, because I don't think Purdue is winning the national championship at all. I don't even know what their odds would be right now. What do you think they are? Like 35-1, 40-1?
Yeah, I guess that sounds kind of accurate.
Do they make the Final Four?
Yeah. No, they don't.
Okay. All right. They have Braden Smith. Yeah, Braden Smith is like cool for a little bit. Fletcher Lawyer is the guy that sucks. Yeah. There's an open morning show slot for Purdue in the wins the Natty. Yeah, exactly. Yep. When is Nashville? Nashville is the first round of college basketball. That was college basketball. March Madness. So very, very soon. Okay.
Jeff's gonna watch a lot of basketball that day. Jeff's gonna watch a lot of basketball.
I am, so much so to the point where I told Steak today, because I haven't gotten my flight. I was looking. There's a 7 a.m. flight that gets in at like 9:30, or there's a 10 a.m. that gets in around like 12:30. And I'm like, I can't get in at 12:30 because the game starts. So I have to take the 7 a.m. And I'm just thinking it through. Like, you don't really care about this as much because you're less of a bitch than I am. But
I'm starting to.
Waking up at 5 a.m., taking a flight, landing, getting a car, dropping your shit off the hotel, going to Circa and watching 12 hours college basketball sounds rough. So I might go in the night before. This is like the senior citizen approach to a guy's trip. Get in the night before so you get a good night's sleep. Then you're ready to roll. That's not soft. That's not soft. That's actually strategery. That's what I'd call it. That's strategery. Thank you very much.
Joey Dumps might come, dude. Joey Dumps might be in attendance.
Cool. Greg is TBD. You never know with him, but we'll see. We'll looking forward to it. We'll be with Guy in the Cornfields, and I will be making good on my bet that I lost with him with the Detroit Lions, strutting it down Broadway. I don't forget what else I have to do. No, JFK is an absolute nightmare to get to. It's under
night before. Also, I will say I've given you my reasoning for why it's not really a thing for me. Night before, kind of sharp read by you.
Yeah, I know. I don't disagree. Okay. Let's go Iowa State.
Yeah.
She moves her body like a cyclone. Oldie but goodie. Remember that song?
Great song.
Okay. Here are the picket splits if anybody is interested. Aren't you in your 30s? Yeah. But the wrong
well into his 30s.
The wrong side of him. That's what I could start saying when my wife says I'm old. I'll be like, I'm only in my 30s. It's very funny the way that it was said. All right, here's the Iowa State Arizona Wildcats splits 50-50 on this one. You've got Arizona laying 7.5. Spread's probably around 8 minus 110. 147-ish is the total. Feels about right to me, given what just transpired with Arizona beating the brakes off of Kansas and then Iowa State losing outright here. I don't know, Steak. I know what you just said about Arizona, and I don't think you're being a prisoner of the moment. Like, they're a very good basketball.
I've been saying it all year. You at least got to give me that.
You have been. I am going to give you that. I will say I don't think Iowa State's that bad. I saw a couple people saying that they're overrated. They're 24-5. I've watched them play twice. This was one of the first teams I did watch play. I think they beat the fuck out of Purdue at Purdue a while ago. That guy, I posted a tweet about him. They're European dude. Mimovic?
Mom.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like them here. Is it a trap? I can't take both dogs in these marquee games tonight. I don't think. Maybe I can. I like Iowa State.
I like Iowa State too. I do.
You
I
do?
can't help it. It's the league. Big 12's a little bit of the league that doesn't make sense, especially with Arizona games. Like Darren Peterson doesn't play, and somehow Kansas beats Arizona outright, but then he does play, and Arizona wins by double digits and dominates the entire game. And Iowa State is one of the best home teams in the whole country. Gets to play a home game without JT Toppin and Texas Tech. They're 9.5-point dogs. They get absolutely curb stomped. So, of course, this team who's lost to BYU on the road 2 road games ago, of course, this beat for no reason, this Iowa State team will be aggressively competitive in this Arizona game. And that's what I think. I think it's going to be a really close game. Not sure if Arizona squeaks it out. I think actually Iowa State's worth sprinkling on the money line, and I might do that. But I think Iowa State will be really, really competitive in this basketball game.
I'll go ahead and say it. TMC said these splits are kind of shocking to me. I don't think Zona will cover 2 games in a row by 10 plus. And then Boston Sports Talk said obvious bounce back spot. I bet you Iowa State will be a trendy dog tonight.
Not an obvious bounce back spot, and here's why I say that. I don't think the obvious bounce back spot for Iowa State is against the number 2 ranked team in the country on the road when everybody already kind of says they're home merchants.
Yeah. I do think Iowa State will be a little bit of a trendy dog. I have to wonder how many people would lay it with Arizona again, because Iowa State, I don't know. Iowa State's a good team, but maybe people are like, fuck Iowa State. You know, what dog is
Good question. And the answer that I have will surprise you. I think NC State's harder to press, and I still don't want to press them.
Yeah. Ah, God. You know, this is why I'm no longer the degenerate. I don't feel obligated to bet either of these games. Like, I think I could watch both these games and enjoy myself. I don't need to gamble on it. I want to, but I don't. There's nothing I really like in these.
All right, let me ask you this. Let's say I put $250 each on Iowa State and NC State spreads, right? You following? And then I also put $100 on NC State and Iowa State money lines. Do you think I make or lose money?
That's a good question. Well, the only way to okay, so you could make money if both dogs cover and don't win, or you can make money if one dog wins
outright. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Damn. You know what? That's a really good question.
I definitely can't. That's Rito. I 100% cannot.
Yeah. Jefferson 12 says that's tough, and I say lose. Yeah. Both home dogs won last Monday. Wow. Who were they?
Both home dogs won last Monday. That's a fucking nug. You said it was maybe contrarian Monday. What if it's home dog Monday, dude? Kansas and UNC, yeah. I watched those fucking shitty games on the plane.
Oh, God, that's right. UNC against our Louisville Cardinals. I don't know. Nothing in this game is speaking to me right now. I want to take NC State. I want to take Iowa State. I want to basically now do what you just said. Back it up with a little money line. So if one wins, you profit. But
yeah.
All right.
Well, we have 8 minutes. It's going to be tough because I don't know anything. Let's figure out what's going on with the Horizon League. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's split up the workload. I'm going to figure out what game is today. Horizon. Where you at? Horizon. Okay. It looks like it is Cleveland State and IU Indianapolis to start off the Horizon League Championship play-in, sponsored by Barbasol. Sponsored by Barbasol, but I don't know if they have a promo code yet, but it is sponsored by Barbasol, this tournament.
Okay. Is that the shaving cream?
Yeah. Could go with the Manscaped thing.
I haven't used shaving cream in 25 years.
I've probably used in total one thing of shaving cream in the last 5.
Yeah. Overrated. Square as fuck shaving cream.
This game is in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
I would assume practically a home game for the Cleveland State Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to covers for this one. Talk about it. And then can you pull up the Horizon standings maybe?
Yeah.
See what we're getting ourselves into here.
Horizon League standings. Yes, Guru Griff, when your face is wet out of the shower, you just hit it with the shaver. Keep in mind, I'm not shaving a lot. Under gets a little dicey. You got to get the right razor so you don't get, burned, but you just. Okay, Verizon League standings. Ready? You've got Vermont at the top, then Maine, then Binghamton, then UMBC, New Jersey Institute of Technology, then Bryant, and then everybody else sucks. But Vermont is 24-7. Maine is 17-12. Home Merchants 9-3 at home. Binghamton 18-11. Home Merchants 12-2 at home. NGIT sneaky good on the road 9-5.
These are really awful basketball teams.
Wait, they're saying wrong league. That's not the Horizon. What? Oh, what the fuck? It took
IU Indianapolis? You have the wrong. I was gonna say
it says NCAA women's basketball standings.
Damn it.
This is you. First, you should be fucking doing this, by the way. This could be your job.
Going to say something that you said you would do, then you did it wrong. You got yelled at by the chat, and now you're gonna start yelling at me.
I'm doing it right now. Hold on. I'm doing it right now. I got it. Right state. Let me start over. Right state
already sounds way more right than Vermont.
You didn't want to say this, by the way.
It sounded weird, but then I was like, you know what? Cal and Stanford can play in the Big Ten, I guess, or the ACC, I guess. Fucking, it's gonna happen.
I'm not shitting on women's basketball. I just realized I don't know why it took me there when I put Horizon League standings. Anyways, right state, 21-11 overall. Robert Morris, 21-10 overall. Then there's a drop. Okay, like Tower of fucking Terror. Detroit Mercy, Oakland, both around 500. Green Bay, Purdue, Fort Wayne, 17-14. Northern Kentucky, 18-13. Then you got Milwaukee, Youngstown, Cleveland, IU Indy. IU Indy is 3-17 in conference play. Jesus Christ. But right state, Robert Morris, Detroit Mercy, your girl She's So Thirsty, Oakland, and Green Bay.
This game is so gross, I don't even know how we talk about it.
That's right. Real quick, Robert Morris has won 7 games in a row. Good for them.
Where are they at? What state trivia? Bob Morris.
I mean, it's Pennsylvania or Virginia. I don't know.
Pennsylvania. Yep.
It's one of the two.
That was a good job. So
I don't know where right state is. Do you know where right state is?
I'll take a guess where right state is and just say Indiana.
I'll say Kentucky.
Oh my God, right state is in Dayton, Ohio. There's so many colleges in Ohio.
Yeah, a bunch of fake schools. All right.
Like, why did Dayton need right state and Dayton?
It's just a bunch of smart people that open up a school and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Never thought Jeff would be reviewing Horizon League basketball. What are you talking about? This is
so. Anyways, both of these teams have lost 6 games in a row. They played on December 29th. Cleveland State won.
So this is the first game in their conference tournament.
They're calling it the play-in.
The play-in for their conference tournament?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Okay.
If I had to guess what a public side would be, it would absolutely be the team with the better record playing at what I believe to be home, or even if it's not home, it's their home city, who already beat this team by 13 before. It feels like the easiest click ever, Cleveland State Vikings. And I don't know, the line is definitely short if you want to play that game.
What game are we on?
We are on Cleveland State, IU Indianapolis Jaguars, and we are running out of time.
Yeah, that's right. The total is 170.
Yeah, the last game they played, they scored 185.
Okay.
Yeah, Freeze, I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. Just press Cleveland State and move on with your day.
No. What, is there another game?
No, this is the only game that's a conference tournament today.
Okay. All right. Well, we did a good job breaking it down.
So you don't have anything to say about it?
What the fuck am I going to say about it?
Can you muster up something? Because you made us unwillingly talk about women's basketball for 2 whole minutes, and
you didn't stop me. You didn't stop me.
I didn't stop you. The chat stopped you.
Yeah. So all right, here's what I got. IUPUI is 2-14 on the road. Cleveland State is 6-8 at home. It certainly does look like Cleveland State would be the easy click, but hold on.
Then I have a follow-up question.
Do you want to just ask me right now?
Well, I think this is a good trivia. Name a famous NBA basketball player, not active, but played in the last 10 years that went to IUPUI.
I don't have one.
Can't think of it. Chat, trivia. Tell me an NBA player that went to IUPUI.
All right, hold on. I'm turning off the chat. Let me actually try. I'm not trying.
Okay, but also chat. First one to say it.
Okay, don't say what it is. Let me try. Hold on 1 second. You said he's in the last 15 years?
Yeah, a very good basketball player, a very solid role player.
Very good, solid role player.
I knew. God, this chat knows ball. I say it once.
Ron Artest.
No, Ron Artest went to St. John's, I think.
Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun Prince went to Kentucky.
Okay, I got one.
All right, new trivia. You're wrong. It's George Hill. New trivia. Who was the coach at Kentucky when Tayshaun Prince was there? George Hill. Yep, chat cooked. Coach of Kentucky when Tayshaun Prince was there.
Is he still coaching now?
No, definitely not.
Did he ever coach in the NBA?
No. Very fun first name.
Very fun first name.
Yeah. You'll be mad you didn't get this one.
Really?
Yeah.
First
name starts with a T. Cat just said it.
Thurston Lawrence.
Tubby Smith.
Oh, wow. That is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, isn't IUPUI kind of an obnoxious name for college? Is it Indiana University of Purdue, University of Indianapolis or something?
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm telling you, there are just fucking fake schools and universities out here just collecting tons of money.
Oh, it's IU Indy now. So they agreed with me, Real Nicky Gambles, and they changed it. Got it. Okay. That actually makes me feel better because IUPUI was so stupid.
Shamway 69, Subbang 35 months. Cam is trying to come in here and be a class clown.
Tell me that this is not the funniest thing about gambling Twitter. Auto Gelato. I work on their campus. You literally cannot talk about a small school in anywhere on Twitter without at least one person saying they went there, worked there, something. I get a DM a day saying if you bring up LaSalle, there's going to be a dude in your DM say, I'm a LaSalle graduate. I loved what you had to say about LaSalle.
Yeah, but I guess it doesn't surprise me as much as you. Like you,
doesn't surprise me. I absolutely love it.
Oh yeah. I love it too. I love it. I used to love. I don't really get this as much anymore, but I love when people are like used to send me DMs of pictures and they were boots on ground at like the most obscure fucking games, like a Delaware game. And it's just like, yeah, boots on ground, Jeff. What do you like? I'm thinking first half under. I'm like, I love this.
I promise on my life, I'm not just saying this. I'm doing that next year. I'm going to Stetson games, Florida Gulf Coast games, Bethune-Cookman. I'm doing all that next year. It's happening.
Yeah, my dog sitter's grandfather founded IUPUI. Very funny. Love that. I did say I was going to go to an LIU game this year. I went last year. Spike Lee was there. I talked about this before. It was great. I had a very good time. Won the wager. I think you had to put it in for me. I said I was going to go to a small school game, and I didn't. I kind of fucked up. What do we have next week? Is it all conference tournaments?
Yeah.
So the regular season is done this week. All right. Yeah, I'm running out of time.
Coming to an end for sure.
All right, Steak, good shit. There's no reason to go over the NBA board, but I'll take a glance at NHL and then we'll shut it down.
Sounds good. See ya.
All right, good stuff, Steak. Thank you, Steak. We did our best. We did our best to talk some sports today on a Monday. You're gonna have BTL here at 12:30. We are gonna get some people on this week to talk baseball. Who yet? I don't know. We'll see who Book It will allow and approve. We'll talk to them in a little bit. I do want to get into and talk World Baseball Classic. I'm very excited. I wasn't the biggest Olympic guy. Camus Money asked, when is Jeff never flip-flop? How about that? Huh? Bitch. I haven't been into the Olympics since I was a fucking teenager. And I still stand on that. But the World Baseball Classic, I think, is really fun. I liked what I saw from the last one. And I didn't like follow it, game by game, but I want to get into it. And then I'll give you a nice opinion on how I feel about it. Peter. I like the Gate 14 guys. I know Goots knows a lot about baseball, apparently. My buddy Drew is a ball knower. He might have some something to say. Yeah, WBC bangs. It does bang. So I'm curious to know like what people think in terms of like the rosters, what matchups to look forward to, what countries look forward to, et cetera, et cetera. Before I let you guys go, thank you as always for tuning in. Cole Reagan, Cy Young. No, you spelled Shane McClanahan wrong. Oh, no, actually, you know what? It's not going to be Shane McClanahan because he's going to be on kind of an innings count to start the year. Drew Rasmussen. All right, Drew Rasmussen. I know what you're going to say. You're going to be like, oh, Degen, you're just slurping a Rays guy because of Rays. I'm not here to tell you the Rays are going to do very well this year or anything like that, but Drew Rasmussen is a very, very good pitcher. And you should take notice. Also, I think the Florida Panthers to make the playoffs wager is already dead. I think it's already dead. I should have listened to my friend who said that they're done. They're out of gas. They're probably going to trade Bob, and they've lost 2 1-goal games against the Sabres and the Islanders. They're fucked. They're not making the playoffs, unfortunately. Shane Baz run it back on the cornfields. Really? Yeah, Phil Utley knows ball. I don't really see Phil Utley around here anymore. I think Phil's went a little court, which is totally fine. Phil Utley is a big W in the community, by the way. I would be great if he put some stuff out there for baseball. I'd be curious to know his thought. I think I just answered that. Yeah, maybe you were typing as I was talking about it. We will bet every Ray to get a hit. We will bet that. Yeah, Rays trade Raz by July. Yeah, he might. They might. Yeah, we'll see. Shit. Hold on. I'll have to send that to voicemail. I don't know who that is. Let's go to the NHL board real quick, and then I'll get you guys out of here. The New York Rangers are playing tonight. They are absolutely pathetic. They are scumbags at 7:00. They're playing at home against the Columbus Blue Jackets. But I will say, I think that line is kind of short. I'm seeing Columbus is only like minus 118, minus 120. They're 7-2-1 in their last 10. New York is awful. Not just overall. I mean, they're a little below 500. Well, not a little, but they're 7-15-5 at home. I mean, that is just absolutely dreadful. So I don't know. I expected to see Columbus a little bit higher. They've gotten respect before. Stars team total over, Jeff. You think so, Pipkins? Okay. 2 p.m. hockey. Oh, yeah, there is. Wow. The Red Wings are on the road against Nashville. They're 34-20-6. They're a really good team. And it's basically a pick 'em in Nashville today. Cornfield, you go into this game? This would be a good game to go to. I would like to go to a Predators game. 27-24-8. The Predators are not a very good hockey team. The Red Wings are a good hockey team. This line's a little suspicious, I would think. So I don't know. I don't know how that's really been doing. We just got the season started back up. I have been awful in hockey since the restart. I tried to find a system, betting teams on back-to-backs in day 2. I went 1-4. So that was not fun. I did not enjoy that. But we'll get some eyes on it tonight. You got the Leafs playing. They're minus 123 at home against the Flyers. The Flyers beat the Rangers. That's all I can really tell you. As an underdog, it was they came back from being down 2-0. The Leafs are awful. I mean, the Leafs are awful. What a horrible, horrible hockey team. They're 27-24-9. They are dog shit. They're minus 125. I don't know. I mean, you'd think Toronto could win this game. You think they should win this game. I think they got some real problems. And now after the Olympics, which everybody fucking loved and raved about, well, now you got some real problems. The fucking Canadians hate the Americans, and you got, Brady Tkachuk and Austin Matthews over there. They should probably fucking trade these guys, you know? Would you want to be an Austin Matthews or Brady Tkachuk playing over there? Canadians fucking hate you. What's that guy's name? Did anybody see that guy, Steve Dangle? Did anybody see his rant? Holy shit. I just want to make it clear. I like Canadians. I really do. I like Canadians. I got no beef. I'm not that American that's like, fuck Canada. They're a bunch of pussies. I'm not that guy. I've been to Canada probably 5 times. I like Toronto. I like Montreal. I like Canadians in general, the ones that I've met. That's Steve Dangle guy. Holy shit. I think I can say it, right? I think I can say it on this channel. I think I can say it. That guy is a ginormous fucking loser. Ginormous. Mitch Marner made the right move, leaving for the Knights. Yep. All right, TMC, take it easy. He's a fucking clown. That guy sucks. Holy shit. I almost retweeted it. I just kind of wanted to say something. Maybe I will, but I don't know. I also don't want to get into it. I don't need a bunch of fucking Canadians coming after me. I don't need to get involved with that. The Stars minus 180 against the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver's terrible. I took Vancouver's team total under against Ernie Comrie. That came through. The shutout did not. Carolina Hurricanes are on the road against the Kraken. Minus 175. They're very good. I love the Hurricanes. I've been a Hurricanes guy to win the Cup a couple of years in the past. I'm done with them, though. They're a great regular season team. They cannot win. They're like Izzo. You know, people think they fucking win when it counts. Not really. Marner is a Canadian, though. Yeah. Well, I know. I think that was the point, Dave. He made the right move. Oh. Got it. Yeah, Dave, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Colorado minus 160 against the King. Wow, that's a lot of respect. Kings are an interesting team. 24-21-14. They have 14 overtime losses. Holy shit. To put that into perspective, Carolina has 4. 14 is fucking crazy. That's a lot of overtime losses. Goodness gracious. Total at 6. Probably lean the under there. Kind of like the under in that Colorado Kings game. I don't know how obvious that is. I'd probably just blindly fade fucking Vancouver, man. Like, how would you do it? I don't know. Maybe their team total. They've scored 2 and 1 goals since they've come back. Who's going to be in net tonight for the Stars? This could be a shutout opportunity here. Is it going to be Ottinger? Or is it fucking who's their backup? Is it Scott Wedgwood? Let's see. Ottinger. Yeah, if Ottinger's in, you know what? I might square up. Busey's in for the Hurricanes. Could be a reason why that line seems a little short. Ottinger in for the Star. Oh, Wedgwood's with the Avalanche. Who's the fucking backup for the Stars? I don't know who the backup is. All right, guys, we're going to shut it down. 12:09. Hang tight. BTL starting up at 12:30 as usual. Good luck on all your wagers today. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.